Fam, it's Monday night. I know we ain't mad at them because the boys put up a good fight, made up a couple of mistakes we'll talk about. And as one thing that is clear, though, fam, about the Niners versus Saints game is that the final score reflected a Niners team that did everything they could do to make sure that Nolans would win the game. It ain't like they outplayed the 49ers. Well, I mean, as far as effort by both teams, I don't know. The 49ers got outworked. I don't know. I do know that them two mistakes, and we'll talk about it. The Saints played well, especially defensively. But this was a game the Niners had a huge chance of winning unexpectedly. I didn't believe they were going to win. I said they would because I'll never say the 49ers are going to lose. But I really, in the back of my mind, said, we're in trouble. But they were out there fighting their butt off. And if not for a couple of mistakes, even if you add, we'll be designated blame tonight and putting names on blast this evening is always done on Monday nights after especially silly losses. Just a silly, unnecessary loss, right along with all things Niners. Niners have placed Eric Armstead on the reserve COVID-19 list. He becomes the 8th 49ers player to take his turn on this list, with Kendrick Bourne, who has made the list twice, testing positive for the virus. Hey, do we count Kendrick twice for that? Also, to keep with our weekly losses, at least one player each and every week, to Michael Hasty. I mean, I'm laughing because I can't believe it. Every day week, we have to lose a player. And if we're lucky, we only lose a player. Nobody's 2 and up, right? So, JaMychal Hasty adds to the growing number of players on the IR as he suffers a broken collarbone. Whew, man. You know that song? F2020. Yeah, this year can't end fast enough. Fam, the Niners didn't do a lot of things right after the first quarter of Sunday's loss to the Saints, as you all well know. And in this game, you can actually spotlight the main reasons for the golden moments from the disastrous ones with names. Let's just start with the good. Brandon Ayuk. Boy, he's at the top of the column. In fact, Ayuk was very good against the Saints with 7 catches for 75 yards and a TD. Somebody accused me of having a problem with that on Twitter. No, Ayuk is the number 1 wide receiver. As the team's de facto number 1 wide receiver, with Debo out, he earned 14 targets and drew a PI due to an excellent route. And listen, I say that for this to say this. It won't be to anybody's surprise if he's a team's number 1 receiver from a production standpoint, if nothing else, even when Debo does return to the lineup. What I'm saying is this. Debo and Ayuk could be the premier wide receivers going forward in the NFL. I'm talking starting as soon as Debo gets back into next year. Those two are going to be a really ridiculous tandem to try to cover. Because normally you have a wide receiver that's the man. And then you have the complimentary guys. See, Debo ain't nobody's complimentary receiver. You know what I'm saying? And Ayuk's his own dude, man. Ayuk's good. So, yeah, he is the number 1 guy. And I tell you what, when Debo does get back, call him 1.5. And let's look at the bad. The bad is why we lost the game, fam. It is why the 49ers lost that game. The Niners muffed 2 punts. 2, not 1, 2. Trent Taylor let a punt bounce. It bounced off an unwitting, unknowing blocker. Ken Webster was there. Webster didn't know what was going on. Bam! Ball's in the back. Saints right there, recovered. We're about 11, 12 yards out? Oh, hell no. And later, Richie James decided today was the day I'm going to go ahead and muff this punt. He never missed. Both of these mistakes were critical. The Saints recovered both and converted both of them to touchdowns. How many points did we lose by? The good. It's like put the smile back on my place. Javon Kidloff. Mrs. Kidloff's baby boy was awesome. He had a 1.5 sacks, his first of the year, 2 quarterback hits, a tackle for a loss, and that pass breakup. That huge body, he went airborne to stop that ball. Whoa! The good side for him was how dominant he was while getting double teamed. He also moved a lot of dudes around and in one-on-one situations as well. Now, Kidloff is not what you call dominant yet. Well, wait, I ain't saying that. I ain't saying that. What I am saying, he's clearly starting to figure things out in the NFL. You can see it coming now. He may be coming a little bit slow out of the gate, but that dude is getting better and better and a little better. Once he gets comfortable out there, look out. Let's going back to the bad. Nick Slick Mullins, the Saints brought endless pressure, and a not so slick Nick never quite figured it out. And I also blame Coach on that too. He tossed a pair of INTs and missed a couple of open receivers, but the pressure was killing him. It was just killing. You see it in his face. Every time he walked back, he had his hands on his hip. He was blowing like he'd been running for miles. He was frazzled. Nick's inability to calmly handle pressure is a significant issue, but he's solid within the flow of the offense, so he really knows what he's doing out there until you hurry him up. And I guess Sean Payton and the guys, they knew that. Things start going south when plays break down, and it showed yesterday. And Nick finished 24 of 38 for 247 yards with 1 TD and 2 INTs. The good. Jordan Reed. Reed could have easily gotten in on the good list with nothing more than that one catch that he picked up off his shoelaces with one hand alone. I thought that ball hit the ground. No! That's Jordan. If you had any questions as to why Jordan Reed was considered one of the best tight ends in the NFL before he got hurt up like he did, that should convince you as to why. That dude reached down there with one hand and grabbed that ball, secured it, leaped, dived forward after securing the ball. Man, but he made a number of tough grabs to finish with 5 catches for 62 yards on 6 targets. So it wasn't all about that catch. Jordan Reed was putting in some work yesterday. The Niners should make it a point, though, fam. I'm telling you right now, put a prayer in for this. We need to have T-shirts made, everything else. Keep Jordan Reed. Keep Jordan Reed. All right? Because if ever, I'm talking the future looks so bright, we'll start to wearing shades, fam. Here's the thing. It's health. You put Jordan Reed and George Kittle in the same lineup. You've got Ayuk. Ayuk's a rookie now. What is he gonna look like next year? Him and Debo together. Oh my God. I got Debo and Ayuk. I got Kittle and Reed. It doesn't matter who's quarterbacking. It doesn't. Yeah, Mostert. That's all I need. Whoever else is running back with him, that's all right. You know what I'm saying? That offense will be lit. You need to work on the defense. But that team is back to the Super Bowl as soon as these guys get on the field, as long as they can stay healthy. This is the only thing. We can't keep a guy on the field for 5 minutes. That'll be a nightmare, though. Kittle and Reed. That's a nightmare for any defense. Let's go back to the bad. This is something that's got to be definitely, I'm talking. Niners for offensive line struggled bad against a blitz-heavy game plan by Nollins. The Saints had 9 quarterback hits and 2 sacks. And the Niners averaged fewer than 2 yards per carry. Daniel Brunskill started again at center, and Tom Compton started at right guard and was so bad he had to be taken out for rookie Colton McKivitz. You can't win no games like that. And they almost did. You know, it's so funny because as bad as that offensive line was, if not for Richie and Trent, they could have won that game still hobbling around against the Saints. Added a couple of penalties on Lake and Thompson, and the one play that everybody's talking about where Mike Glitchy got wiped out by DB. Chauncey Gardner, what does Chauncey go? Maybe 205? 210? Maybe? Horrible day for the offensive line. Horrible day for the offensive line. Let's go back to the good. Tavarius Moore. Hey, and I stand corrected. I want to apologize to all those who I said, listen, the reason why Tavarius isn't playing in the box, he's too light in the pants. Excuse me? I said that he might be too light. I was wrong. T. Moore got a lot of run at strong safety yesterday, and he had a nice game. He posted 6 tackles, second most on the team, and a forced fumble by Saints quarterback Taysom Hill late in the contest that for a moment made the closing minutes of that game seem a little bit more interesting. The 49ers came to play. They just couldn't get out of their own way. Literally couldn't get out their way. Webster, Trent, Willis. It is pretty clear, though, Moore can play and needs to be on the field more often. I was wondering why Jared Cook was so quiet, too. T-Moore was on that butt. That T-Moore speed was eating him up, apparently. T-Moore could be a key piece of the 49ers' long-term plans, and you know that you can see that right now. For those who are discussing whether or not Ward's leaving, it may not be Ward as fast as it might be Kowalski T. We'll see what happens. The run game, it sucked on every level. This is the Niners' run game put together its worst performance under Coach Shanahan since his arrival. They managed just 49 yards on 25 attempts. It was the 9th time in club history they ran for fewer than 50 yards on 25-plus attempts. And the first time since 2009. The longest one of the day went for 9 yards. That will never do for an offense that thrives on explosive plays in the run game. And you know most were sitting at home laying on the floor with his face down. Say, why? I need to be out there. Bad. Oh, CJ. Bethard only took one snap, and we excused him for that yesterday because he could throw farther than that and longer. And I don't know what happened, but the nature of that snap and the results, that got him on the bad list. Even Jerry Rice, who was on 95.7 the game, was all over CJ about that throw. Jerry could go over the fact that, Richie had that defense covered by at least 5 or 6 strides. All CJ had to do was put it out there, and we had a touchdown. And even broadcaster Adam made note that Bethard was in the game because he has a stronger arm than Nick. Richie got in behind the Saints secondary, and Bethard let the throw rip. It was well short of Richie, who would have actually walked in for a touchdown, and that ball was only nearly picked off. Oh, God. A TD in that spot would have made it a 2017 game, fam. Instead, and you know what's so funny? Wasn't Jameis quarterbacking at that point? The 49ers would have pressured Jameis. We could have won that game. You take away that shot, and I'm not even going to tell you know what? I don't even need that. That shot I don't even care about. I just talk about the chances we put them right in front of the goal to get the 2 TDs they got. Jesus. All right. You know what? And Trey, if you're wild, we ain't keeping it sweet and cuddly, man. You can see that right now. Well, we're going to keep it sweet and cuddly for a few people like Ayuk. Our 2 rookies look awesome. Tavares Moore was brilliant, you know. But, and the potential of having, if we can ever make this dream come true, of getting Jordan Reed, and I said this early in the season, if we ever get Jordan Reed and George Kittle on the field together, forget about it. It's over. Never happened. I want to welcome back them silly Hawks fans. I see y'all rolling around here talking stupid. Russell Wilson by far is the worst quarterback in the NFL for the last 3 weeks now. Oh, I love it. The Hawks sucking. And making jokes about us being in last place. Who's in third place? Ray Jr., what up? Yesterday was ugly to watch, but on to the next. Yes. We got a bye week. We'll be okay. Matty S says, hey, yo, Ronbo, shout out from Bend, Oregon. Hey, go Niners, Matty. And Jay Realistic. Matt, was that you who called in yesterday? I just realized. Jay Realistic, we would have won if it wasn't for those dumb-ass well, you know what? That did have something to do with it. But even besides that, we still should have won. All-Star Luna. Hey, why they didn't get James out on the field till the third quarter? James. Richie? Or are you talking about... Richie was in the game all game long. James. Anyway, James Brett says, Ayuk can be a real star in the league. Oh, he may already be. That leaping over that dude early in the season already established him. They're using that in highlight reels from the NFL Network all the time. Matthew Navarro. McKinnon should have... never been signed in the first place. Matt, when he wasn't hurt, he was actually way better. If you remember seeing him with the Vikings. Do you remember that game we played, the first game when Shanahan got here? You remember that guy that zipped all the way down the field for a touchdown against us? From the Vikings? That was McKinnon. Till he got hurt. He was actually pretty good. Ninja Petey, plus, gave up a long kick return. We did that all the time. But, we put the water on that kid after a while. He'd only had one. Ryan Bowles, Ayuk and Debo will be a dangerous combo for a long time. They're only, 23, 24, something like that. And Nodrich think it's time to find McGlinchey's replacement. Every week he gets put on his ass. And this week it was just ridiculous. He let somebody half his size drop his butt. Arona, 44, why would you title your live suicidal? It was suicidal. The 49ers went out there and committed suicide. Yeah. I mean, they killed themselves. The Saints didn't beat them. They shot themselves in the feet, the ribs, the neck, the back of their head. I mean, that was pure suicidal. It was terrible. They could have won that game. Oh, man. Hey, Alex.
Yo, what's up, big Ronbo?
Alex, man, I'm sitting here. I'm calling out players. Normally we call everything we do a team effort. But this team effort had a lot to do with Mike McGlinchey getting stretched out by a guy that weighs less than 220 pounds, an offensive line that refused to block, and C.J. Beathard, I don't know, he should have warmed up a little longer or something, because I've seen him throw farther than that before. I mean, it's just a comedy of errors, Alex. Jump on in, wherever you want to start. It's Monday Night Raw. You want an installment?
I'll say first, I think you made a lot of great points, talking about Kinlaw, talking about CJ, talking about McGlinchey. Man, get McGlinchey's ass out of here, Ronbo. I don't want to see him no more on that field, man. How you? Okay, that's okay. If there's a last straw, it's McGlinchey getting laid out by a DB. That's the last straw for me. If you can't block a DB, then get your ass off the field, bro. What are you doing?
God. And it wasn't even, somebody said he got pancaked. Alex, I don't want to go back and watch it. Somebody said he got pancaked. Can anybody confirm that? Wow.
It's confirmed. I've seen it. I've seen it a handful of times in that game. I think he got laid out twice that game. He got laid out twice. So he got laid out by what's his name? Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. He got laid out by him. And then he got laid out by either Deion Jordan or that other white dude on the other side that rushes the passer. just put his hands right on his chest and push him to the ground, Ronbo. I mean, what are you doing out there, bro?
Oh my God! What's wrong with him? He wasn't this much of a wuss last year, Alex. I mean, he made mistakes, but he wasn't an absolute wuss. Now he's just turned into Princess McGlinchey. I mean, what? Oh,
I don't even know, Ronbo, and it sucks because Justin School is not any better. I mean,
not really. That's
I don't know,
true.
Ronbo. I don't know what we're gonna do with him. I don't know if we're gonna trade him. I don't know. I really don't know what we're gonna do with McGlinchey. But it's every week we see him on his ass. It's every week, Ronbo.
Alex, you know what? He's got to start.
Come on, bro.
He's got to start eating up. Get back on the steak diet. Stop with the lightness. You know, I understand your buddy Joe is losing weight, but he's retired, Alex. Get something to eat. Gain some size back. The girls are going to come out there and start throwing you in the dirt. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Hey, this dude Trent Williams got to take Mike McGlinchey out to dinner every night. Okay, that's what's got to happen. He's got to eat. He's got to keep up with Trent Williams' eating pace. That's the only way this dude's gonna
because Williams ain't no small dude. Ain't that the truth, boy?
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, man. This dude Ayuk, Debo and Ayuk, those two together for the next at least 10 years are gonna dominate the league, Ronbo. I think I said it on your show. I don't know when I did it. Maybe it was a month and a half ago. I said the Niners have the best skill positions in the NFL. I don't care about the Cardinals. I don't care about the Bucks. We got the best skill positions in the NFL. We got the best tight end in the NFL. We got the best running back wide receiver hybrid in the NFL. And this dude Ayuk's going to be a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL.
Oh, easily.
They just need a QB. And I want to touch on Ayuk and my reason why I think he's going to be a top 5 wide receiver. And I'm going to point it to one route. Do you remember the play that he got a PI called on him?
Yep.
That's the play that is the telltale sign of him being an All-Pro. Because did you see that double move that he made? I don't know if it was on Marshawn Lattimore or Janoris Jenkins, but those are both big-name NFL pro-caliber starting cornerbacks.
Yep.
And he juked them one of them out of his shoes, and they had a tug on his jersey because he was about to burn them. He's either going to draw PI penalties or he's going to come down with big old freaking touchdowns.
Yep.
And we're going to be screaming our heads off when we see it.
I tell you, and then you like you said, you got Debo on the other side of the field racing complete hell.
Yep.
I mean, you get battered defenses with that kind of combination. Alex, the only thing we got to worry about is when their contracts expire, we got to pay both of them because they're only a year apart.
Yeah, but that's not for a while. That's not for at least 2-3 years. So we still got some time. We got time. But that is something definitely to think about for sure. But, I mean, I'm telling you, Ayuk, Debo, Kittle over the middle with Jordan Reed on the other side. Come on, Ronbo. Come on, Ronbo.
Oh.
Come on.
God, I love that.
No one's going to be able to stop that. And guess who's – and Raheem, with him in the backfield?
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I'm telling you, no one has the squad that we do. The only piece that's missing is a quarterback in this system that can be competent. That could just be competent. And that's all we need, Ronbo. That's all we need, man.
I said even Mullins could work with that as long as he's got that kind of cast. I got all the faith in the world of Jimmy. You can bring a guy in, but let him sit behind Jimmy. He's already worked with these guys too long. I want to see this play out. Next year, a healthy Garoppolo with all those weapons around him, get me an offensive line. Alex, I guarantee you a Super Bowl berth. As long as I got Bosa back. God, that defense has got to get better.
And I'll tell you what, our defense next year is going to be lights out, man. No one's going to be able to score on us. We're going to get Nick Bosa back. We're probably going to get a pass rusher in free agency. Probably not like a huge name pass rusher, but a serviceable one.
It's
we got
somebody
the
who
best
can play.
linebacker in the NFL. Yeah. And we got Verrett and we got Mosley who locked down dudes on the outside. And then we got Timur playing. And Timur is causing turnovers time and time again.
Alex, I love it. We got to go. Let's continue this Wednesday.
Yes, sir. It is all good. Good talking to you, man.
As usual. Same here, fam. All right. Night, Alex.
All right. Much love, Ronbo. Later.
Thanks, fam. Night. Marion.
What's going on? How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm calling people out tonight, as we like to do on Monday night. Mike, you know what, Marion? If I had to look at the top of the list as who's the most irritating, now Richie did make me mad, but Richie did some good things during the game. I can't get mad at him all the way. And then I could also get mad at Trent, but he wasn't in the game long enough for that little mess up he did, because that was mostly his fault. He could have made that pass. You don't call fair catch all the time. And then there's Mike McGlinchey, who's in a class of his own. If there's a spotlight to be put on somebody tonight, it's on Mike McGlinchey. Marion, who do you like the worst? That's how I'm going to put it. Go ahead, let it all out.
Well, I did look at the highlights of the game while you was talking to the last caller, and I did see what McGlinchey did get. He was pushed around. He been pushed around ever since the Seattle game when he came back. He have not been the same since that injury.
Did Mike get hurt this year? You said
not
injury.
This year, last year.
Oh. Remember his knee was bothering him last year and he had to have some procedure? Did he have it?
Yeah.
Is Mike McGlinchey out there
He
playing
wasn't
hurt?
the same. He literally wasn't the same after that, though.
Yeah, well.
I mean, because he was playing lights out before the injury, And after that injury, he hasn't been the same. But let's not forget, he came from Notre Dame. I mean, I don't trust nobody who comes from Notre Dame. Okay?
But you know what? Offensive linemen, you usually can. I don't know what's going on in Notre Dame, but usually their offensive linemen, if they're good, they're really good. Mike is, I'm not sure what's going on with Mike.
Clearly, we have issues everywhere, but I'm still going to point the blame at the top because I understand. Yeah, we got IU. We're gonna have Samuel, George Kittle and Jordan Reed, and that all sounds great. But if you have a play caller that gets over his head and does well, none of that's going to work. I mean, because look it, he had Matt Ryan in the Super Bowl, and he lost that. So we're going to have to stop pointing blame at a particular person because guess what? The head coach calls the plays to the quarterback. I mean, you would think, okay, what plays do you like? What plays you don't like? So let's work together. And it's just Kyle. I'm just be honest with you. I'm starting to not like Kyle based on he just seemed like he seemed like he kind of power hungry, and I don't understand why Jed York gave him another contract extension based off 1 year. Because let's be real, Cal only have one winning season. That's it.
Didn't he give that? He gave it to him after. He gave it to him last year, right? Before the season started.
No. He gave it to him this off season. He gave that to John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan. He gave them a contract extension this off season. This past off season. Look it up.
Yeah.
Look it up, man.
He didn't get that this past off season. Didn't he get that going into last season?
Nope.
At any rate, you said he got it after one season. He didn't get it after 2017. He didn't get it after 2018.
No. After a winning season.
After a winning season,
which was last year, and they gave him the contract extension. So what I'm saying is, Kyle Shanahan only have had one winning season. Those are facts. Okay, no matter how you want to look at it, you know what I'm saying. And if we go back to 2017,
I swore he gave it to him going into last season. Okay, I'll check it. I could have swore he gave that to him.
Yeah.
In going into 2019, he gave it to him after.
Yeah, because this is fourth year.
That means he would have gave it to him after the Super Bowl.
After the Super Bowl run, he gave Kyle Shanahan and he gave John Lynch a contract.
But anyway, go ahead, because I know Lynch had to wait.
But
go ahead.
Personally, I think he needs to hire offensive coordinator, and so he can just focus on one thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's coach the team. That's just me, but whatever. But we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough. It's tough,
okay,
man.
But Marion, at the same time, you probably need to also think if you're going to give him a contract after one winning season, you can't immediately cancel it after a struggling season, though. You know, some of these things are not. If you lose all your players, if I'm an owner, I gotta look at that. Is that really all the coach's fault?
Yeah, it's not the coach's fault. The players that got hurt, that's called karma. Okay, we deserve everything.
Well, there is that, though.
All right. I believe in that. That's karma, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't do things right as we should. So we just have to get through that. And, we got a lot of salary cap hits next year. So we just have to see. They need to make better decisions. Period.
Yeah. That's always good. Because, hindsight is always 20/20. But you know what? They're going to continue to do what they do. And you gotta admit, they've come up with a lot of good players. You're not gonna hit bingo every time, but yeah, I do know what you mean about guys like D Ford. I mean but man, we got to pull up. Go ahead and make this point because we got to go. Go ahead, real quick.
I mean, D Ford I'm not mad about. He just got hurt. You know what I'm saying? I'm more concerned about the draft picks that you drafted when you could have got. It was other talent on the board. As case in point, Patrick Mahomes, but I let that go. You have a good night, sir.
Okay, man. I'll see you Wednesday after the press conference. Night, fam. Hey, Derek. Derek? Derek.
Ronbo.
Yeah. Hey, Derek, come on in, man.
Yep.
What's going on?
What's going on, Ronbo?
Derek, man, it's Monday night, man. Normally I don't go off like this after losses. I'm usually up and up, positive. But you know what? There's some guys yesterday. What were they doing? And Michael Glitchy is killing me. I got him on the top of the list. This guy's biggest disappointments.
He's killing our quarterback. That's who he's killing.
God. And this is why when people get on a quarterback all the time, this is why I had you in joining that group. It's tough to quarterback behind that offensive line.
Exactly,
you got players
Ronbo.
missing. Russell Wilson's out there struggling. You can't get perfection every Sunday from your quarterback, especially under certain conditions. That's what I'm saying. I'm laying back on the quarterback. I want to see him healthy. I want to see the offensive line protect him. I want to see him with his weapons. Then we'll talk. But Derek, go ahead. What, as far as yesterday's game and all the misery we went through, what do you think?
I think one thing we need to do is find a punt returner, Ronbo. Designate one person to do it. And don't do silly things. If you think CJ's got a stronger arm, I just don't understand his train of thought, Ronbo.
Yeah.
With the punt return situation, and you got CJ cold off the bench, you expect him to just drop it. That just doesn't make. I don't understand what he's thinking.
And if you're gonna do that, let him warm up a few minutes earlier, right? Give him 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah. And
Suddenly,
it just makes you wonder what his train of thought is sometimes. And then Austin Walter, I think, what was his name?
Austin Walter,
Austin
running
Walters?
back.
Yeah,
yes.
Dude, McKinnon, he clearly doesn't have it. Every game he burns out, and we keep putting him in there. Why? And then you have these other people who clearly have juice.
Yeah.
I don't know, Rama. But
you want to hear a funny joke? Somebody asked the question is,
go ahead.
Does anybody know why they called Jerick McKinnon the Jet?
Tugboat.
I had to laugh. Because he's got no explosion. Maybe he'll look better next year because he's coming off that injury. But Jerick McKinnon should be used in third down situations. Let Austin Walters carry the ball. Or Jermichael could have carried the ball. I know Kyle's a little worried about him fumbling, but still.
Yeah, you only got so many options. And, it's just as bad as putting somebody in and taking a chance on them fumbling.
Yeah.
Instead of getting, and what is up with running McKinnon on these 3rd and 1s and 4th and 1s? And he never
he's failed.
It, Ronbo.
Yes, he's failed
How
both
many have
times.
you gotten this year? Trivia question.
It's not even trivia.
And the thing
easy.
is, Ronbo, I'm a big fan of getting, drafting a quarterback. That was the Bill Walsh philosophy. You get once you find your guy, I get it.
Sure.
But let him sit behind Jimmy, restructure Jimmy's contract, and get Jimmy a O-line, and let's run it back.
Yeah.
People are wondering why Jimmy shies away. He throws the ball. He was doing that last year.
You get tired of getting blasted.
Exactly. How many times
they hit Nick so
blasted?
hard yesterday. That dude came out. Nick didn't see it coming. Derek, those are the hits that hurt you worse. You didn't see it coming.
And it's dangerous, Ronbo.
Oh.
He's taken one of those in almost every game he's started so far.
Yep.
That blindside dash in the back. Yeah, he's been getting killed.
And the dude tries to kill you when he comes around there because he's got a full head of steam, And people get mad at the quarterback because he comes out a little shaky. Oh. Derek?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I'm here, Ronbo.
No, go ahead. I was going on too much. I wanted to stop so you can get in. Go ahead.
No. Yeah, that's all I had. I want one thing for especially Big Show. I know he's big on college ball. I've been looking at quarterbacks to put behind Jimmy and train him up. Or whomever, if we happen to let Jimmy go and get a segue quarterback. But the thing is, I need to start hearing names about linemen, edge rushers. There's more to the draft than the quarterback. There's more than one way to win the game.
Big Show. Give me some edge rushers, man. I'm done with
edge rushers and O linemen. Something, Ronbo. Because even if we get what's his name, Mac from the Falcons, we still need, there's still a couple. Tom Compton needs to go.
Compton he's back on the practice squad to stay, starting probably now. After getting McKivitz came in for him yesterday. Well, we don't need Tom. If you had to replace McKivitz, let McKivitz continue to train then. My God,
exactly.
Tom.
But
Yeah, Ron, but I just wanted to get in and talk with you real quick, man.
All right, fam. Appreciate that,
That's
too.
all I got.
All right.
All right, Ron, but
That's it.
y'all have a good one.
You too. See you Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
And we move to the east and the Garden State. And we're James.
What's up, Ronbo?
James, man, I'm just sitting there just annoyed by we could have went in there with our B team and insulted the New Orleans Saints, and we came out and failed because of some boneheaded mistakes we made. And it had nothing to do with the play on the field. It had to do with them 2 punts. 2 of them, not one. You guys could have still won the game, Niners. Oh, you could have turned one of them possessions could have at least been a field goal. No, we got to give the Saints 14 points. But James, enough of me. Go ahead. I'm still burning. Hey, James, be sure to say something about Mike McGlinchey, too. Boy, that boy's gotten on my last nerve.
I don't know. Listen, he ain't built for no doggone cauliflower grilled cheese sandwiches, okay? He needs to eat some doggone meat and potatoes, because right now that losing weight, I don't know what did you do?
He was hoping to get faster. Yeah, he was hoping to get quicker.
He needs to try to get stronger, and I don't know if he's not hiding any injuries, but I can say this much. People are wondering, why did CJ come in and it was just like that? It was because Nick Mullins got the wind knocked out of him on that play where he got sandwiched. He couldn't breathe. Man. He couldn't even go back to the huddle. Kyle had to take him out of the game. So CJ came in like spur of the moment, where he could have been over there texting or something on his phone. No, I ain't saying that. But anyway, he had to just come in. But I'll tell you this much. I don't see anything in Nick Mullins that can make me believe he's a quarterback. Okay? I just don't, because yesterday, if you know this guy 22 is blitzing you, he's blitzed you several times, he's got you. Why not just take it, throw it to whoever hot is open, and take the blitz away from him? When he makes that one turnover, I've said it. I said it last week on your show when I said I think it's going to be a horror show. That's why I didn't even call in Friday night. And we had the game. We could have won the game, but this guy, once again, that first interception, and it's just like he can't move on to that next play, man. And I think right now, people are looking at it wanting to blame Kyle. Yeah, it's saddening, but a lot of these players that are not playing right now may not be on this team next year. We got to live with that reality.
I agree with that. Okay. Lack of executions come from inferior play.
That's right. It's a lot of it's a situation right now with the COVID. We don't know who's going to be on the team, and it's players. I've said it before. You noticed yesterday how in such a against such a high-scoring offense, you notice how that defense played on the back end yesterday, where they took away a lot of them big plays. You didn't see the things you usually see from Drew Brees, because I've said it before, with Moore and Harris,
no Jared Cook
in that backfield.
Yep, and that's what killed us last time.
Totally different on that back end. Okay, and that right there, they got to figure out a way to get all of them signed. And as far as it goes with K'Wan Williams, I hope we can get him signed. Ooh. But this is the reality that, we need to realize that we're going to have to face come 2021. And a lot of these guys are not going to be back on this team that are absorbing these big contracts, and they ain't doing nothing. It makes no sense in the world. You don't want to get rid of them. And I can tell you this much, I'm already believing Jimmy Garoppolo will be our starter in 2021, and they'll draft a quarterback. They'll probably even trade up, package some of these players, trade up to get up there in the top 5. It's a crapshoot either way you go.
I can see that.
You prefer to not draft nobody, knowing that if Garoppolo gets worse and we got somebody that is already groomed, because I ain't believing in no Nick Mullins or CJ going forward. I was actually hoping that he would have played more. Yeah, I'm being real about it.
I agree.
I've seen enough. We were in the control of the game until that the first month punt, but we still were right there because we had a lead on. When he threw that first interception, that was it, man. And I kind of see where I don't think the offense is playing for him once that happens, man.
Yeah,
You know,
but James,
because these guys last night.
one question for you though, James, because we almost got to go. If you're the coach and you see CJ dump it off to your check down when that blitz comes, we talked about this in practice. Your first option is to get rid of the first place you can get rid of. You don't have time. Give it to the dump.
Right.
You know, I blame Kyle for that. He should have these guys up to speed on that. Jimmy, the same thing. Stop looking around and hit the check down. Damn it.
That's true. But, you know, these guys are professionals in the NFL. And guess what? If you can't read a hot defensive player that's blitzing you continuously.
I shouldn't have to tell you, even as a coach, right?
I don't know how much you are as a starting QB. You know?
James.
But, I mean, I could see a player not recognizing it, a quarterback in 1 or 2 plays, but after 3 and 4, come on, man. You got to see that. Yeah. You got to get it out to the hot read. That's all, man.
Go to the Aaron Rodgers school of I dare you to blitz me. Come on, man. These guys. Anyway, James, we got to go. I will see you Wednesday if you get a chance. I'll try to keep getting in here early as I can.
All right, Ronbo. Thank you and your crew for what you do with the platform you all provide, and thank you for everything. Be blessed. Mask up. Stay safe. Empire and Niner Empire, Niner for life. Red and gold till I'm dead and cold. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Yeah. Shout out to my homie Will down south. Be blessed, yo.
Yeah. All right, James. Looking forward to hearing from you a little later. All right.
All right, man.
God. Yeah, boy. Shay, come on here and Shay.
Yo, what's up, Ronbo? Can you hear me okay?
You're perfect. Go ahead, Shay. I haven't talked to you in a long time, man. What you been up to?
Awesome. Nothing, man. I'm sorry, Ronbo. I've been meaning to call in. I just been really busy with work and stuff like that.
Nah, it's understandable. I was just curious.
Yeah, so.
But, a lot of things have happened
since.
Ronbo.
I mean, there's no excuses. Since, the last time we talked, Ronbo, I always be tuning in when I can. And also, too, when you go live, I'm at work, so around those times. So that's why it's like, I try to call in when I can, but
all right.
Yeah, no. Good to hear from you, Ronbo. I'm glad you're doing okay, brother. I'm glad you're doing okay.
You gotta hang in there, you know.
But yeah. I mean, after this season, no, Ronbo. I mean, there's a lot of optimism to look forward to be honest.
I know that's the problem to look forward to.
Yeah.
Dang it.
At least I thought after losing Kittle and Jimmy, I was like, oh man, we might as well just call the season in. But I mean, man, they're fighting out there, Ronbo.
I know.
The defense looks it looks bad. I mean, I'm one of the hardest critic of Saleh. Sometimes he has inconsistencies when he's play calling, especially in games, like running man on certain coverages when Sherman's out there, and obviously Sherman's getting burnt, but you're leaving him on an island with Sammy Watkins at the Super Bowl. It's just little things like that. But right now, though, Ronbo, I'm gonna give credit due, man. I mean, that unit is looking tight. I mean, I felt like we were in the game if we just didn't have too many mess ups. The Trent Taylor mess up, and then the fumble. I mean, and then the interception by Mullins on the goal. Not in the goal line, but in the red zone. I mean, throwing a boneheaded pick. But I mean, man,
in the red zone of all places.
Yeah, I mean, at least we put that to rest, though. I mean, Nick Mullins is obviously a backup for a reason. I mean, I just think anybody who thought that Nick Mullins was better than Jimmy. I mean, I wouldn't say Jimmy's drastically better than him, but Jimmy is better because, like, that's just disrespectful to Kyle. Like, Kyle sees these quarterbacks every day at practice, and to think that he would start Jimmy over Nick because Nick was better is just kind of blasphemous. Like, no, he's seeing what he's seeing, and we're all seeing that Nick Mullins is what we thought he is. He's just a backup, man. I mean, he comes in when he needs to. He'll win a game.
Also, the underlying fact of this is the 49ers win usually with Jimmy.
Yeah.
But people don't want to give him any credit.
Right.
But no matter what the reason, if he's on the field, chances are really good the 49ers are going to win. And that's the bottom line.
Yeah,
For
I mean,
whatever
Ronbo,
reason.
that's what I love about you, man. I mean, you're a very optimistic fan. I mean, I'm off the Jimmy ship. I mean, I think I love Jimmy, but I don't need to see talent. I've seen enough. I mean, the Seattle game was it for me. I mean, the DJ Reed interception. I mean, the hesitant. There was no pressure. Why are you throwing that ball? And then he gets picked. and to me, it's just like, and I understand our O line stinks, but I mean, but so does Seattle's D line. They're ranked dead to last.
I know.
I mean, and we have and McGlinchey they're ranked dead to last. So the fact that, and they didn't even have Lawson, who they traded for, in that game. So
I know,
what was
right?
the excuse? There was no pressure. I mean, we made them look like they were. We literally made them look like they were a top 10 defensive line, and they weren't, man. And to me, it all goes down to execution. And I really feel like, I mean, we've all seen the film. I mean, if you watch the 22 personnel, we can see that Ayuk should have like 4 to 5 wide open blown touchdowns for 40, 45, 50 yards or plus. Because we can see the pass game, he had about 2 of them. He burnt them off the cell. I mean, on a beautiful go route. And it's just like, Jimmy, I don't know if it's because Kyle's honing him in, but to me, it's like if Kyle's calling the play, then the shot's there. Just take the damn shot, Jimmy, or anybody, Nick Mullins. And that's what I want to see. I want to see the Niners take more shots because Ayuk looks like the real deal. Like, he looks like a great number one for the Niners for a long time to come. I mean, he gets in and out of his breaks really well. And I mean, just the way I've been seeing him cook these corners, man, he should have 4 to 5 long bomb touchdowns, but nobody's getting him the bomb. And it's just kind of like,
as bad as that defensive line in Seattle, our guys were still getting breached. Yeah. That's the bad thing about it.
Yeah.
With Jimmy and that bad ankle, I really think he's paranoid about getting hit, and I would be too. I don't even know what that feels like.
Well,
people
I mean, Ronbo, that's
that
another
said
thing.
it
Like,
hurts.
I mean, that's another thing about like Kyle. I mean, something happened with that medical staff. I mean, I understand we fired the last one, but this one isn't any better. I mean, we've had too many guys have step back.
And they're paying more money
Blair
too.
looks like he's not even going to play this season. McKinnon took 2 years. I don't know what it is. They reevaluated his ankle. I mean, I don't know if they brought him back because of peer pressure or Jimmy felt pressure to come back. But I mean, we're going to lose him for the season. So to me, and it's just like, it makes sense because it's like I mean, Fred Warner's going to ask for $19.5 million next year. I mean, and if you don't think so, then I'm sorry, because Bobby Wagner is getting $18 million. Oh no, most definitely. Fred Warner is playing like the number 1 legit linebacker. He's our best player on the field right now.
No doubt about it.
On both sides of the ball, and it's not even.
I didn't know Wagner was getting that much. Yeah, you're right.
Wagner's getting 18. So, and if Fred is getting 19, but I mean, there's a lot of stuff because Sherman's falling off. Weston Richburg is going to fall off, and then obviously D Ford is out of here. But I mean, in the draft, Ronbo, one thing that I don't know who the other guy was, the Alex guy, but you don't need edge players in the draft. Real quick before we go, Leonard Floyd is on a 1-year deal. Dante Fowler's on a 1-year deal. They're balling. Shaq Lawson's on a 1-year deal. He has 7 sacks. Leonard Floyd has 7 sacks.
You could bring those guys over.
1-year deal speed rushers, you know what I mean, on free agency. So
and that way,
it's not a big issue. But
that way, if they come up like D Ford, you need not be concerned. He's out of here after 1 year.
Exactly about his tendonitis and dealing with him on the IR for the rest of the season.
You got to get out of here, Shay. I got to get you back here as soon as possible. We're out of time now. But
absolutely, all good, brother Ronbo. I will definitely call in Wednesday, Ronbo. Thank you again, brother. Shout out to all my TNT brothers. They know who they are. TNT representing Ronbo. Let's just enjoy the rest of the season. We got a lot of options coming up this offseason. It's gonna be fun. So we'll see what the organization decides to do. But, I mean, as of right now, our defense looks good, though. And Kinlaw looks promising. And Mike McGlinchey, goddamn, Ronbo.
Oh,
I mean, damn.
Lord.
I mean, we could talk about that
another show
on
him. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Good
man.
God.
But, all right, Ronbo. Take it easy, brother. Have a good one.
You too, Shay. Night. Oh, God. And Dollar Bill Will.
Ronbo, what's up, man? What's going on?
Well, being Monday night, we didn't even need no installments tonight, man. You know, you could go right down the list of people that just, I mean, we wasn't supposed to come close to winning that game. It was supposed to be a butt whooping, and the 49ers had every chance to win that game. They just donated a game to the Saints that they didn't even really deserve. I mean, the defense did a great job on Drew Brees and company. Almost killed Drew. And Jameis would have stayed out there under pressure. Ain't no telling what would have went wrong. It's too late. And I'm telling you right now, though, but Will, I know you looked at things closely, and I know you got some things to say about a few people. Go right ahead.
Well, I'm just gonna give you my takeaways from the game yesterday. The right side of the offensive line, from the center all the way to the right guard to McGlinchey.
Is waste.
They all need to be replaced. with better talent. I really think so.
Mhm.
That right side of the O line is a problem, and it's been an Achilles heel to the offense for some time now. McGlinchey does not need to be in the NFL anymore. When you get bullied, no, excuse my
I
French,
agree.
Rambo,
When
but
DBs are dropping you, it's over.
yeah, excuse my French, but I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna have to
Oh.
replace that word bully. When you get bitched by
Right.
by a DB
Yeah.
push you to the ground, that's an issue. That's a major issue. Out of all the mistakes McGlinchey made, this is the biggest one of them all. Getting bullied by a defensive back. He does not need to be in red and gold anymore. I'm sorry. We need to replace him. Jet McKinnon, I held Jet McKinnon's hand for so long. I mean, I endorsed him like he was running for mayor. You know, but his turbo stick is broke. So I just can't see Jet performing in this offense. No explosion. I mean, he gets the ball and he's shuffling and he's trying to find a hole and boom.
Not as fast as he used to be. I
man.
And Kyle's out there using him as a workhorse. Kyle, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
You may as well take a chance on Hasty. How about that kid Austin Walter? I like him anyway.
Yeah, he shows some good promise. Number 3, I want to understand Kyle. Like Kyle, when you see you're seeing this on the field, they're sending 22 blitzing. They continuously do it, and you do nothing to adjust to it. I don't get it. I mean, people have been talking, and people think that you tanking because you letting that happen.
Well,
now you know damn well.
But one question on that.
One
question on that, Will. Do you think coach is not trying to make adjustments, or is a quarterback messing up? I'm torn on that. Like James has pointed out, even if I'm a 5th grade quarterback, if they're sending the entire defensive line at me, I need to make a quick exit with that ball. You know what I'm saying?
That's the issue. That's the issue with the team. That's been one of the thorns in our side all season. We don't make adjustments, and I don't understand it. We were last year, but we're not doing it this year. Like something weird is going on, and I really want to get to the bottom of it because we're not making adjustments at all this year. And I'm gonna tell you this: Trent Taylor is a Dante Pettis 2.0 when it comes to punt return.
Yeah,
you know damn well, Trent Taylor, when you wave your hand, the defense knows not to hit you when you wave your hand. And you should have caught that punt, but you didn't, and you let Webster. I don't know who he is. The way he was dressed up in the game Saturday, he was like a pee-wee player. He dressed all ugly and stuff, all his socks and stuff was looking all ugly and stuff. And he messed up as well, along with him. But I tell you what, Ron, I'm gonna go ahead to the good side of this, and I'm gonna get off. This 49 defense, Ronbo, is legit. It's legit. Despite all the obstacles we've been through on that defense side of the ball, these guys fight.
They got after it yesterday.
These guys fight, and they still up in the rankings of a good defense. Now I tell you what, Ron, I'm gonna tell you this right now. John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan needs to reevaluate this team. If you can address the right side of the offensive line and you hit on the secondary and you get rid of Ford and bring in a premier pass rush, this team gonna be back. This team gonna go back from worst to first. I guarantee you that.
Oh, easily.
I guarantee you that.
It's all about the injuries.
Because right. See, I understand we got a lot of free agents that we're gonna have to go. But I really believe Parad is gonna crunch the numbers and bring these guys, bring the guys that we need to bring back. All they gotta do is hit in the draft and free agency in the secondary, bring in a premier pass rush that doesn't frequently get hurt and is a playmaker, and you address from the center to the right tackle position. It's good. It's good. It's good. Now the quarterback, Ronbo, I know I gotta get off, but I got to test on Ronbo. You got Russell Wilson, you got Kyler Murray in the NFC West. You have to adjust to the times. It's time for us to get a dual threat quarterback. Now there are quarterbacks out there in the draft, Ronbo, that can run Kyle Shanahan's system, but they need to be mobile. They need to get out the pocket A rookie quarterback can come in here and run Kyle Shanahan's system. All he needs to do is just be mobile when the line breaks down. Kyle Shanahan can run his offense the way he wants to. He can with any quarterback. But you need a quarterback to be mobile when the offensive line breaks down. That's all I'm saying. Jimmy G can't do that. Jimmy G is not a mobile quarterback.
And if nothing else, at least, because Kyle's going to be a pain in the neck about keeping your eyes downfield. But at least if he can move, because we're not out of time.
I understand that. I understand that, man. But I'm just okay. I'm about to get out. But I'm just saying, man. I mean, you got Kyler Murray and Russell Wilson in the NFC West. We need a quarterback like them to compete. Because obviously we can't contain them. So why we can't get one? So they can't contain us. You know what I'm saying?
No, I know what you're saying. Fight fire with fire. Yeah, and I imagine that they are going to look at that. It's Zach Wilson. Zach, what's his name? Harris? Anyway, I understand he
Zach
has
Wilson.
the ability to run, but he also got good quarterback skills. Because if you can run, but your skills are short, Kyle ain't gonna be interested. But we got to go, Will.
Zach Wilson is the guy. But all right, Ronbo. Shout out to my TNT fan, man. Trey, Big Show Russo, all them guys, man. Shout out to the Ronbo Sports Fan Club, Rico, Jersey Joe, Sue, all them guys, man. Hey, man. We still got to keep fighting, man, until the end. Let's just finish strong. We just got to finish strong to keep our heads up, man. But we'll be all right next year. I guarantee you that.
Go be right back. Go be good after the break. Wait to see. All right. All right, Will.
All right, man. Oh, yeah.
Have a good night, fam.
All right, man. You too.
Yeah. All right. You know what? One thing about it, if the 49ers could play 6 more games, I guarantee you, with the guys who are coming back, it's going to be a show. Hey, Big Norm.
It's Niners all day.
And night. And yeah.
On a night where we have about another week and a half left to worry about, our next opponent is these lamb chops. And I'm just wondering who we going to have on the field. But I'm not talking about that right now. We talking about what's good and what was bad this last game right here, right?
Yes.
Main thing. So,
man.
First, I'm gonna go into the bad stuff first.
Okay.
That's the obvious. That offense, the whole everything about and the special teams was the worst. For me, the worst was special teams.
They get an award. They get the booty award. They was the booties of those. Oh man.
That's exactly what they was eating. They was eating they was eating everything but yards. Just ugh. So giving up 14 points to the Saints, where that could have easily been a tie game, which I'll get into that later. But that special teams giving up 14 points to these Saints, that was the worst thing. Another bad thing was just, it was just the way the offense was running things. Like after that opening drive, you had the opening drive that resulted in a touchdown. And apparently the Saints Sean Payton made adjustments for you. Still wiped the Ayuk off his face, but he still made adjustments. You feel me? So it's like you can't make adjustments to the adjustments, bro. Like, so that's bad for me. I don't get that. Like, that's one thing about Kyle Shanahan to me. Is like I noticed is that like we be tearing it up. Like teams that he be on be tearing it up in the first all the way to the third quarter, and then they just run out of juice. We need a little more Duracell batteries.
Remember last year with Chip Kelly? Remember how we'd come out the first quarter just blazing, just tearing the team up. And the second half,
all of a sudden, just run out of. It was like them Dollar Tree batteries we had. Right, they run out real quick. You gotta get them Duracells with the real the ones.
You stay away from the economy pack.
Oh, God.
The batteries ain't gonna last.
Okay, so the good parts. So the good parts, because I'm not just going for one particular player, I'm going for like everything that goes on. So the good part for me was that defense.
Yes.
That defense showed out. And so there is one person that I want to give a shout out to, and that's John Salah. We're working with the pieces he got. He out there he's limited to the Saints to like besides the stuff that happened with the special teams, that was 13 points.
Yes.
13 points, ladies and gentlemen, against the most new of Orleans.
Yes.
You understand me?
And Norm, don't leave out Michael Thomas was pretty much avoided. He was like mute, you know?
And who heard Emmanuel Sanders was on there talking about, we're going to kick their butts. And get up out of here with y'all.
Talk about it, Norm. 8 yards, Emmanuel. 8 yards. That's all he got.
Yeah, he should come back to San Francisco and get more yards, okay? He was yakking it over here. He's Jack over there, okay? So stop playing with us, bro. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we came to share that. I'll give a shout-out to John Saleh and that defense. It's on point.
Robert Saleh.
I'm sorry, yeah. I keep saying John Saleh because I'm thinking of John Lynch. Anyway, because he get props, too. John Lynch get props for me, too, because, you know what I'm saying, the guys he picked, everybody out there, and even with all the bad stuff that we've seen, right? Yeah. Our third and fourth string players are looking better than some of these starters in some of these other divisions. I swear to God, being 4 and 6 in anywhere else would probably have these Niners looking like division leaders with these third and fourth strings. So I'm just thinking about who's gonna come back after this bye week is over, so we can face these Lambs, because that's just going to be more weapons for Nick Mullins, more opportunities for Cal Shanahan, and just a lot more schmatadak that Robert Saleh is going to be putting out there with that defense.
And Norm, remember one thing, that pass rush, it looked, I don't want to say too much about it, but it looked vicious yesterday. I mean, you know, it's coming live. Talk about Javon a little bit, and all of a sudden, Contavious Street, he almost killed. I mean, the man is out for 3 weeks.
Warner out there just covering the whole field. Ward out there doing his thing. Even you got Jason Bird. Even Taylor was looking better. He was like, he redeemed himself from from Fitz magic.
Taylor, you know what, Jamar
Taylor.
Yeah, Jamar Taylor's been a star for the last 3 weeks.
He bounced back from that that thing with the Dolphins. So sometimes these players need games like that where they get embarrassed. So then that gives them the motivation to come out there and smack stuff going on. I think these Niners are going to come out smacking stuff after the Bible just because of what happened in New Orleans.
Watch out for Richie James against the Rams. They got to pull Richie off the Rams. I can see now.
You have Richie James and Brandon Ayuk. It's ugly.
Oh, Ayuk's just bad. But Richie got shamed. Richie dropped that punt. Oh, Richie. No.
Like if everything was cracking, Brandon Ayuk could be rookie of the year. He still could get that, you know what I'm saying, as the season press forward, because we're going to have teams with weaker defenses. So they're just going to be wiping a lot of Ayuk off their face. So just look out. Ayuk may be rookie of the year.
Norm, we got to go on that note, and I agree wholeheartedly. Norm, see you Wednesday if you get a chance, huh?
Yes, sir. And it's Niners all day. Shout out to Ronbo Sports, man, the best sports podcast network in the history of the NFL. And tell your other teams to Cash App. Tell your girl to Cash App me.
Go, Norm. Norm, what's your handle? Because you got the same
my
name.
handle.
Niners all day?
It's Napoleon, IG, Napoleon Dolomite, YouTube, Norm 209 Empire. I'm going to shoot it in the comment section for y'all to check it out.
There you go. And you can click on him. All right. Norm, great stuff as usual. See you Wednesday.
Niners all day.
Yeah. And Ninebot, I see you. He says, why Jittery G and Pick Mullins Pick Mullins, that's his name. Pick Mullins never throw the ball in a blitz. And that's what we're asking tonight. And I blame Kyle for that partially. Kyle, coach these guys up. Read the blitz. React. He says, this is why we need, Ninebot's got to think about Sam, so average, a little better than average Darnold. Ninebot, thank you, but my God, I'll never support that Sam Darnold thing. Hey, Dion.
Ronbo, what's going on, brother?
Oh, D, man. Happy birthday to that little man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, brother. Yeah, man. 13 years old.
Yes, indeed. Now's when you become a man. So you think, I remember I was 13. Oh, I'm grown now. Can't nobody tell me nothing.
Right.
I got that straightened out, though, kind of quick. But, D, go ahead, fam. What are you thinking of? Because tonight we're roasting up these dudes, even if it ain't in line. But come on, man. Mike McGlinchey, even if anything else went wrong out there, Mike, come on, man. That boy don't weigh no more than 220, 215, and he's laying you out. Get your sorry butt up and go home. God, what? No, but D, go ahead.
Here's my line of thinking when I'm looking at this, because what happened when I watched that game, I watched it at least about 3 times.
Have you?
And the reason I did that was because I needed to know if by some freak of nature chance, were we doing things correctly or were we doing it incorrectly? And you know what I saw? Kyle don't care.
You think so?
Kyle doesn't
He
care.
does look like that in the press conference these days.
Let me tell you.
I don't see no emotion on his face.
Let me tell you this. This is what I saw. Kyle Shanahan left Nick Mullins to the Wolves. How do you watch C.J. Gardner-Johnson blitz all damn night and you don't set up no protection? And the offensive line, once again, is not what it's supposed to be. Why is Daniel Brunskill playing center? Why is Tom Compton in the game? Why does Tom Compton always get benched and Colton McKivitz comes in the game? Where is Hieronymus Grasu? Why are we playing with the offensive line? What are you thinking, Kyle? But then, he said something in an interview that struck me. And this is what he said. When Emmanuel Sanders came in last year, and it was Emmanuel, Debo, and KB, we had continuity. So we got rolling. And we never stopped. So maybe because he doesn't have Debo, Ayuk, and KB, he's basically given up until he gets Debo back. Because after this bye week, Richard Sherman should be on the field. Ronald Blair should be on the field. Weston Richburg, with his worthless self, should be on the field. Raheem Mostert should be back. So should Debo Samuel. So for me, with Sherm, they just couldn't find a trade partner, so they sat him. And they didn't put him in the game because they knew it was going to be rusty. So they said, man, look, let your feet get under you, but give you the extra bye week, get your chill on, and you're good. With Weston Richburg, this is my message to you, Mr. Richburg. Get on the field and earn your paycheck. We pay you a lot of money for a center. And you ain't on the field to earn a dime. Ben Garland should be back too. So for me, these past couple of weeks, I keep thinking that Shanahan is saying, I'm going to try to audition people and see what can work. You don't need to audition when you had the game won. The defense played spectacular. The defense gave it all they had. And I'm 120% sure if you're Robert Saleh, you're looking at Kyle going, man, get your offense in line. Do something. Because there's no reason that my defense needs to be back out on that field with their back against the wall. 2 times. We gave them field position inside the 20. It's too easy.
And especially for that offense.
To score from there.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And the thing is when you look at the Saints statistics, Ronbo, they did nothing. They couldn't march down on the field on us if they wanted to. The only reason they even scored the touchdowns that they did was because of Alvin Kamara.
And we put him right up against the goal line.
If you take Kamara's 3 touchdowns away, they don't win the game. My thing is as well, if you're a running back and you see C.J. Gardner-Johnson about to blitz, at a bare minimum, chip the man. Chip him. At least chip him. And, Nick, you need to see that. If you see him coming up on that line, you need to be hesitant. You need to know to move. Now, he showed a little shiftiness when he got out of the pocket. He rolled out and he moved. He made a couple of plays. Jordan Reed's catch was spectacular. Very happy that Ayuk got a touchdown. Happy that Kinlaw got his first sack. Another guy that's a bright spot that people aren't even talking about is Jordan Willis. The man has 1.5 sacks in 2 games, people. He seems to be working out well.
Did he get a sack? He had a half a sack yesterday?
He got a sack against Green Bay, and he had a half a sack yesterday.
Is that because I thought that was the other guy we picked up along with Javon. But I don't understand
what Kyle's line of thinking is, and it's really pissing me off because at a bare minimum, with the way that the division is set up, we got a 3-way tie for first place. We could have been on their ass.
I know, right?
At 500, and we come in and beat the Rams, and we just like we flip-flop spots because we've already beat them.
6-5 and rolling with momentum, and a lot of guys back. No, we got to
now we have to win. We have to win 6 games straight, and the only 2 games I see us winning, if things continue to go as constructed, are going to be the Washington football team and the Dallas Cowboys. Both of them are a joke. That's going to be the only teams we're going to beat.
But D, remember, if Mostert comes back, Debo comes back, there's a couple other guys. There's a lot of guys there.
There's a lot of guys there.
In the defense. Have you got a speaker open, D?
No, I don't.
Where's that feedback coming from? Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Please don't do that. All right, that's production. D, we're going to have to go.
That's all right, man. I appreciate the platform. Appreciate what you do. Love you, brother. Nothing but love to you. And yeah, man, we'll see what happens after these bye weeks because we don't know what's going to happen. With all those people coming back, though, we should be able to get things rolling in the right direction. And Kyle should stop playing around with the offensive line. Weston should be right there at center. Bronsko should slide back over to guard because McKivitz and Compton ain't cutting it. Love you, Ronbo. You have a good evening, brother.
You too. All right. Night. All right. Area code is 775. You're in Nevada. Please close your speaker.
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Hello? Yes, hello? Okay. I'm not sure what's going on with Nevada. 775. Okay, let's. He's not going to close that speaker. Yeah, you've got to close your speaker. You've got a speaker open. You got to turn that off. Mute it. Hello? By the way, remember, most people know, but when you call in, don't have a speaker open because it'll feedback. All right. Elliot!
What's up, Ronbo? 5 seconds. Hold on.
All right. Yeah, a lot of us are looking past, not pointing out to anybody in particular, but you got to remember, we got a lot of players coming back offensively. They're going to make a big difference. And the defense is starting to look a lot better, as you saw yesterday. Bam, they can stop the Saints. Even though we're not thinking about it, they can stop the Saints. They can stop anybody. And I think that's what happened yesterday.
Ronbo.
Yo.
Ronbo.
I'm listening.
I've been listening to the show. I just want to ask you something real quickly before you listen. Can we take Trent Taylor and make him a wide receiver?
Trent Taylor, make him a wide receiver.
Can we take? Yeah. No, I'm just asking. Like, can we take a person like Trent Taylor and make him a wide receiver?
But he's supposed to be.
Juszczyk can catch, but he's a slot receiver. Can we take Juszczyk, who can run, block, and catch? Can we take him and make him a tight end? Can we take Armstead and put him in? Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, before you move Juice, though, you realize Juice's function is to make that run game go.
No, I'm not moving nobody. I'm just asking a question. So can we take Armstead and make him? Yeah, can we take Armstead and make him a nose tackle?
They may have put him there once or twice.
Said,
yeah.
So all I'm saying is this. Mike McGlinchey, I'm going to keep saying it until the day they finally get rid of him. I understand what people feel like. I understand what you're saying, too. Man, you out there getting pushed around by somebody like this, dude. What is your problem?
Footwork.
Again, he is not a right tackle. All right? He's not a right tackle. This is a position. He's been a left tackle all his time. And then in the pros, just only reason why he's a right tackle because of Staley. We had Staley. If Staley was gone, and he would have been the left tackle. Came out and did what he supposed to do at left tackle. He was a left tackle, all pro left tackle. So We keep on talking about it. He is not a strong side player, man. He's a weak side player. And that's all it is to it.
You need to contact the offensive line coach or somebody and ask him, can they move him over there then? Because the boy is getting worse every week.
I wish I could, man, and I hate to see it because you know I'm a Notre Dame fan. I wish I could contact these. And I heard somebody else say they don't never trust. Look, if you can't trust nothing on Notre Dame, and I get it. If you can't trust nothing on Notre Dame, what you can trust is an offensive lineman, a defensive lineman, and a tight end.
They usually, yes. That offensive line, there's a lot of premier offensive linemen.
Offensive linemen, defensive linemen, and tight end. What none of these offensive linemen have done since they taken them out is worked in a different position. Bronskill is not a center, but we got him at center. He is not our center. The dude at school, he's not a tackle. We moved him at tackle when we saw what happened. Keep these guys where they belong and where they have been the best at. That's all I got to say about that.
And at school, he played. I think he did play tackle. I think he played left tackle at.
Yeah.
Either
a week ago or so. It was not this week. If it wasn't last week, it was the week before, and he got towed up.
No, I mean, but he came out of. What was that school? Vanderbilt? I forget where he went to school. Anyway, he was one of the best tackles in the collegiate ranks, actually.
Oh, school?
Yeah.
Okay, that's my fault, then. I never know he was a tackle. I thought we was always using him at guard.
He allowed.
And he's been prolific for us at guard.
Yeah, 1 sack did he allow in the SEC, and that was from Josh Allen. So he's actually legit, but he's just not. His NFL is not working out.
So we got one out of a few. At the end of the day, man, all I'm saying is let's keep people where they belong at, man, and let's. Can I say Trent Taylor will be a great all-pro tackle at right guard? Maybe we should try that and see how that works.
Trent Taylor right guard.
I hate y'all getting on my man from Notre Dame. I'm like, man, he is not a right tackle.
Well,
moving on quickly to the actual subject.
Because we got 1 minute. We got 1 minute left.
I know.
Go ahead.
All right. Who was good? AU. After that, nobody else. Unless who the hell was guarding most? I mean, was Mosley guarding Michael Thomas?
Jamar Taylor. I found out somebody said he was coming out of slot. Michael Thomas got tired of dealing with Jason Verrett, I guess, and so they moved him to the slot. They thought they put Thomas where the weakest link was, and Jamar said, "You bringing that over here? You think I'm the weak link, do you? Cause let's go." And Jamar held him down.
All right.
Wow.
He held him down. Bad was your man. Not your man. Well, our man. Special teams. I'm not even going to just say Richie James. Special teams was bad. Offensive line was bad. Kyle, did he pull Mullins out for Bethel for one play of one series or something like that? And did he do that, or was something wrong with Mullins?
No, Mullins was on the sideline getting checked out for something. I read where he got a quad. Somebody else thought he got wind knocked out. And anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool with that.
All right. Can you give me 10, 15 seconds? We really got to go. Go ahead, real quick, because I know you had one more thing to say.
Well, all I'm going to say, man, is I just enjoy watching my team, man. So I'm going to let my son do the rest of it. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, Tyel.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Hey, Tyel, man.
All I want to say is 49ers for life.
Yes, you got it. Sign him up.
There it is, Ronbo. Everybody have a good night, man. Shout out to everybody, man, that watched the team and just had a good time watching our team, man. That's it, man. That's all I'm doing right now. I hope we get better, but it don't seem like it is. But you have a good night, my brother, man. I'll talk to you. When the next day you going to be on?
Be back Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try to get with you Wednesday, man.
Looking forward.
And let's just enjoy our squad.
All right. Night, Tyel. Y'all have a great night. All right.
All right, man.
And also, I noticed here, Jimmy G, he says, that's why I keep saying our season starts week 12 with everybody coming back. All right. Thanks, Jimmy G, for that contribution. That's what I keep saying. You got a lot of guys coming back. Don't count the 49ers out. They're down, but you get Kyle's guys back. It could be a different story.
Hello? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Yo, what happened to Ronbo?
Yo, here I am. Had some sound problems there for a second, trying to make some adjustments. Okay. Yeah, let me be Ham. All right. Our backups for a reason. When they start full time, this is what you get. Be Ham, I so agree. Christopher Hengler, I think we can beat the Rams twice. Go Niners, get the most out of our season. Stay faithful. Chris, thanks, fam. Emilio.
What's happening?
Emilio, man, we're just sitting there going over what's happening is right. You and I and everybody else knew we was going to get a butt whooping yesterday. And then you start going down through the game, and you find the reasons why the 49ers lost. I didn't even know about Michael Gitch getting his butt whooped over there on the edge. I didn't even see that. And everybody's talking about him. And then I look at the special teams, and I wonder what was said to them after the game. Richie and Trent. And Richie was looking good. I can't get mad at Richie too long because he, at Green Bay, he was the man. Some excuse him, but we gave him 7 points. And the offensive line, you know what, Emilio, what scares about the offensive line? There's nothing to be done about that. There's no more people coming to save us. They are who they are, and that's all they're going to be. Run game, forget about it. When you ain't got an offensive line, you can't run or pass, and we still almost could have won that game. What do you think?
That's the. Well, first off, you lost the game because of Richie James' hair. It don't know what he had going on with that green green hair. I said, yeah, put that thing back. I said, put that thing back on. I said, buddy, you get your dress, do your own thing, but I don't know what you had going on there.
What color was that anyway? I don't know.
I don't know, but anyways, no, man, like I said, my irritation is with Mullins. I'm trying to give this guy a pass. I understand with the defeated here, with our players hurt, but that dude is just atrocious. I'm sorry. If you think this guy is gonna be our savior, I don't know what to tell you. I just don't. I try to give this guy the benefit of the doubt.
I gotta tell you, man. You know one thing though, if they're gonna do Kyle's offense, they gotta have better offensive line. If you're not otherwise, you do need a running quarterback.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree with you. No, but see,
yeah,
I'm with you. Like we're saying, we honestly have to give Jimmy another year. I know I'm kind of in between with him. Like I'm done with them. I still believe in them, but
no, I
we
didn't
have
say
to give
that.
him another year because you
I
can't.
I didn't say that to defend Jimmy. I'm just saying, no matter who runs Kyle's offense, they got to give the quarterback an offensive line because Kyle makes you stand there.
Yeah, well, that too.
Yeah.
No, but like I said, I'm with you. Where you say keep Jimmy another year. If we do draft the quarterback, I think we will draft another quarterback.
Yeah.
But it's just you have to give Jimmy another year, just if he really is as bad as he really looks. Or like I said, his injury or whatever the case may be. But we have to give him another year. And if it doesn't work out midway through the season, then then we can go with bring in the new quarterback or whatever.
Or get him there. I don't have a problem with the draft next year. Unless you use a second round at the most to draft a quarterback, let them just come in, sit. If you can get one of those golden boys everybody's talking about, come in, play a year, sit behind Jimmy, learn the offense. Because don't put nobody out there that doesn't know that offense. Then it will be starting all over again.
That's one thing I don't want to do. I don't want them to do that. I don't want to shake their head and say, oh, you know what? So much because then we really will have a shitty year. Because you got to look at Kyler. Kyler had his, he did pretty good in his first year. Then all of that. So we're gonna have if we get a rookie, we're gonna have a shitty year. I don't see the past that where all of a sudden this guy's gonna spark and we're gonna have a great year. Even when Wilson came in first year, he didn't do all that great. He was just following himself.
Nobody.
Either way,
do okay. You give promise, but you ain't gonna win a lot.
So, now, like I said, we've been seeing it with Mahomes. He started sparking his first year. You're not gonna have that good first year coming out, no matter who's at, even if we do get that new quarterback, no matter who it is who's playing back there.
And if you got a Super Bowl team, you don't all of a sudden switch the quarterback. That makes no sense.
No,
you wait
until that burns out. That's why I'm kind of stretching. I want to stretch that out. I really want to stretch out Jimmy for another year. Like I said, everybody will be back. The defense, Bosa, everybody, everybody in office should be back at that point. And like I said, if Jimmy cannot run the ball with this team, get down the field and get W's, then, like I said, then it's time to cut it through, let him go. Then we can make the switch. But at this point in time, we have to stick out with Jimmy just because he had one good Super Bowl year. And it's sad it's only one good year, but we have to stretch it out for another year just to see what do we really have in Jimmy, and what is he really capable of. But like I said, I don't know. I'm not even, like I told you before, I'm not even frustrated with things because these injuries and all this bad luck we're having. But like I said, we could have had that game if we didn't have those muff punts and Nick Mullen.
Special teams. That's where you lost it.
It bugged me a little bit because I was like, God, we were just right there, but you got to mess.
And the defense did a good job. See, that's what I'm mad about.
No, they did. Yeah. Like I said, I'm even lost for words right now because I'm trying to figure out what to say, but it's just I'm not frustrated. It's just, I don't even know. I can't even explain it. It's just to the point where
it is frustration. It's irritating because your special teams. You didn't expect to lose a game through them. Maybe your defense is weak.
You know what?
That's
what it is. That's who lost. And you think about it, that's how the Titans lost. They lost to their special teams. So I was like, what's the coincidence that now we lose to the special teams? That's it. No,
that's ridiculous.
It is NFL. Things happen. Sometimes you win where you're not supposed to win. You lose where you don't think you're going to lose. It happens.
It'll straighten itself out. I look for better football week after next, so I really do. A lot of people gave up. I think they're going to play some good ball.
I hadn't told you before. All right, and I told you last week. We own the Rams, so
we got to go, fam.
We're gonna beat the Rams.
Oh yeah, we'll see. And they already know it. All right, Rabina, let me see Wednesday.
Okay.
All right, fam.
All right, I know you go. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right, fam. Hey, Jay.
What's up, Ronbo?
Jay, man, I just sitting back here and we're laying out blame like we like to do on Monday nights. And there's a lot of things to blame because that game was winnable. It actually was, where most of us didn't think it was possible. Jay, you got a speaker open. You probably need to mute that.
That's my headphones. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah, because I got to see what's going to happen. Oh, I don't know. You can't fix special teams. When we lost Tavon Austin, I really do. I thought he was going to be a good return, man. And now,
can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you the whole time, but we can just hear your speaker feeding back. But Jay, go ahead, man. We're getting it all off our chest today as the 49ers lost an unnecessary loss yesterday. As bad as we played. If we could have made 2 less mistakes, they could have sloppily staggered into that win because the defense came to play yesterday.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just bad offense. You can't. People want to blame Kyle, but man, what do you expect from a backup quarterback? that continues to make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. He's not playing the level of he's not playing the level of an NFL quarterback. He just keeps touching, making mistakes, and Kyle cannot just hold your hand and say, okay, when you see the running back, dump the ball off to him, like everybody said. Paid athlete.
So your sound is a little unusual. Are you doing something different these last couple of calls? Because you're not coming in very clear. Okay. Oh, go ahead, continue then. Let's see if we can work with this.
Okay. No, what I was saying was Kyle should not be able to hold these players' hands and tell them to dump the ball off when they dump the ball.
We shouldn't have to. Jay, go, whatever you were doing before, go back to, this is worse. Go back to what you were doing before then.
Can you hear me?
Oh, Jay, whatever you did right now, that's it. That works. All right, we hear you clearly now. All right, go ahead.
All right, what I was saying was Cal should not be holding these players' hands. So, they're paid athletes. So, at the end of the day, if I give you a play and you don't, make plays, what can he do? He can't go out there and play football for you. He's calling the plays. Yeah. And, at the same time, he's just probably flipping them line around just to see what can they do. You know what I'm saying? Just like I was saying, the line been terrible for a while. So he probably is switching, plug and play, see who's able to compete. And, you know what I'm saying? And that's what he probably doing. He's shuffling guys around to see, hey, can he actually play this position? Or I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Jay, you know one thing was pretty funny. Dion mentioned something a little while ago, and I hadn't thought about it. Just run this question by you as well. Does it appear to you that Kyle may have given up? There are times when he does his press conference and he's answering the questions, he seems a little flippant. I'm thinking Kyle's thinking, I ain't got nothing to work with here, so don't. You know what? I'm a little disturbed by what's going on. Every time I look up, I got another one of my guys going to the IR. This is the best we can do.
Oh, he definitely gave up. He's not going to tell the media that, but he definitely gave up because of the fact is, like you said, we got so many players are injury. We got a lot of people out for the year. Yeah. So he just trying to live another day, try to get a good draft pick. I ain't say he's trying to,
maybe not even
sabotage our team.
I think he couldn't wait to get to the bye week and get about 5 guys back. You give him back Mostert, Debo. Who else is coming back? He's got some players coming back. Maybe Kyle says, now I can run an offense. Right now, all I'm trying to do is get through the game because these
survive.
Guys. Yeah.
The issue with that is that, at the end of the day, these are paid athletes. So, some of them not getting paid like starters, but at the same time, other teams, you're still a pro, so you got to do your job. You should be able to make plays. You've been playing this your entire life. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, how can y'all continue to just constantly make mistakes? You know what I'm saying? Game after game after game. It just, and that's what
how many times we have to go over this in practice and we still look like I'm starting to wonder when you're making mistakes we see the same mistake next. If I see any of the same mistakes I've seen last week, next week, I'm gonna be mad after the bye week. I'm saying,
right, that's what I'm saying. And you got a full week to work on. That's what I don't understand. Like, the line sucks. Okay, the line sucks. Okay, then you got to throw down your check downs. Everybody is seeing this who's calling and saying this is how it needs to be done, but they're not continuing to do that. They're continuing to try to throw it, force the ball.
Still looking downfield and the play is already under heat, and you're still looking around.
Stop
looking around and getting the ball.
Yeah.
Jay, we got to go, though, fam. I'm going to see you Wednesday, and let's see what Kyle has to say next. Keep an eye on him, boy, because Kyle, Kyle looks frustrated when he's up there. Anyway, fam, I'll see you
Yes,
Wednesday.
he is. All right. Appreciate you, Rama. Appreciate
You
what
too,
you
Jay.
do, brother.
Thanks,
you. Have a
fam.
good night.
Night. Rakim, what's up, fam? Hey, good evening, sir. Eric has been on the I can't play no more list all season. Eric, I don't know what's going on with him. He does not look well. I tried to think because he doesn't have any edge presence or something like that. But Eric, you can't do any better than this. It's hard to imagine. That's why everybody said, we kept him and we got rid of Defoe. I said, oh, God. Hey, Denham.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Hey, Denham, man. We're sitting here. I know it's probably not nice that we singled people out, but there was a good and bad element in that game, and it has names. So we decided we'd make them feel better tonight by go ahead and talk about those individuals who made it possible for the Saints to win, and there were mainly the reasons why the Saints won. Mike McGlinchey leads the charge, and special teams, everybody on it, comes in second, and some of Kyle's choices during plays, but like everybody's saying now too, we blame Kyle, but are we right on that, or should we look at some of the individuals that are supposed to be carrying out the task? Because Kyle's only got so many players. Kyle's probably saying, what am I supposed to do? Call somebody else in to run that play? So what do you think of Denham?
Man, I called in. I was going to come with some good stuff because yesterday I kind of just dogged on the line all day. But
No, you were right, though. They lost that game
I do
unnecessarily.
think Kyle has some blame. Oh, yeah. But, I think it's really easy to focus on what's bad. It's easy to be upset because we don't think we're a middle-class team. We think we're the best team when we're all healthy, right?
That's right.
The bar we set isn't we're going to go 8-8. That's not what we think of it. So the thought of us actually maybe going 8-8 seems unacceptable, right?
Mm-hmm. Even 9-7
because the guys we got on our team
sucks. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the guys we got on our team are some of the most talented. I mean, if you put everybody out on the field, you've said it before, it's going to go great for us. If they even get most of their starters back, it's going to go great. After the bye week, if we have Mostert and Debo back, I'm not worried we couldn't score 40 points in a game. And our defense keeps stepping up somehow, always. I don't know how, but they keep doing it.
I know.
I just think there's such talent on this team. And it's easy to say that, but a lot of time we focus on being upset right now, and we got a lot to look forward to. Even if we don't make it this year, there's a ton to look forward to with this team.
Because coming up as early as Thursday night, Denham, what if the Cardinals beat the Hawks again? Do you know how excited I'll be? I mean, I'm talking about a serious rush. Because I don't mind the Cardinals succeeding. I don't want the Hawks and their fan base in there talking trash. But go ahead.
You know what? I don't think that the Cardinals have that clutch factor to get through the playoffs, but I do think they have enough power to get through the Seahawks.
Regular season, yeah.
Because the Seahawks just don't got it. Wilson has to play perfect. It's the beginning of the season. They almost lost to the Vikings when the Vikings were playing bad. Seahawks, Russell Wilson has to play perfect.
You're right. Wilson has not been playing perfect, and you're absolutely right. They've been losing.
When they came in and it was all about Russ cooking. Yeah, it was all about Russ cooking, right? And I'm like, what if he doesn't throw 5 touchdowns?
Yeah.
What if that doesn't happen to bail out the rest of your team playing bad?
And he ruins
This is what happens.
And he can't cook. Exactly. I love it.
They have to play from ahead so they can blitz every one of their defensive players because they can't get a pass rush with their D-line. That's why it was hard for us. They got ahead. They blitzed literally their DBs and their safeties the whole game.
Yeah, and it worked.
So that's their method to victory. And unfortunately, when it comes to us, we're not good at coming back at those.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I think we got a lot of talent, a lot to be excited for. Honestly, Ayuk on this team, I didn't know what to expect from him too much, but after, I'm blown away, man.
Oh, yeah,
the way he's just shaking people off and getting wide open all the time. If anybody can just get him the ball, he's gonna burn everybody. It's just
and
what's he gonna do? You know?
And Sherman's been working with him and training him as to what to expect from DBs. What a perfect scenario. We got Richard Sherman in there showing a rookie with his skills what to expect from an NFL cornerback. And he's learning apparently really quickly.
Just, even if Kittle doesn't come back this year, or maybe we make a playoff run, Debo and Ayuk on the same field, Jordan Reed, if he can stay healthy, that's enough. I mean, we're going to have Mostert. That's enough to do whatever.
Gentlemen, I got to tell you, though, is George Kittle, did he put him on the IR for the rest? Can George come back if the 49ers go to the playoffs? I forgot about that. This is the first time he went on the IR. I think if Kyle wants to bring him off in week 15 or 14, he could. If the 49ers are up in position to get to the playoffs, he might consider that.
I say don't risk him early. Make the rest of the team win because he's not going to come out. He can break his leg and still be trying to run on it.
I know.
Every time he plays the Cardinals, he gets injured, and then he comes back in the game, and so he thinks he's okay, but he's not.
Yeah, you're right. George.
I don't know, man.
George will play with a broken neck. That's the way he is. That's one of the toughest guys.
He had what did he have, a torn rotator cuff for like 3 years or something?
Oh, he's been playing with a flak jacket on 1 year. I mean, who does that? George Kittle for one.
I just want him to last, with how great he is. I want him to last.
And that's why they went and got Jordan Reed. They're trying to take some heat off of George, and it worked. But Reed got hurt. Gosh, Jesus.
Dwelly's good, though. I mean, Dwelly's not a slouch.
I'm liking him. Dylan, we got to go around of time. We can see you Wednesday,
all right,
okay?
man.
All right.
Yeah, I'll see you then. Thanks, Ronbo. Peace.
Thank you, fam. Night. Hey, Denise.
Ronbo, what's up?
Denise, when we're talking about our guys after the game, we're probably being mean. But Monday night, we set that aside to legitimately take shots at every guy in the game that is the main reason why the 49ers lost. I have Richie James is on that list. Trent Taylor's on that list. Also, Coach Kyle Shanahan needs to do more with Nick Mullins to get him prepared for that blitz. And Mike McGlinchey leads the pack with falling down in front of people that weigh up to 70 to 80 pounds lighter than he is. Makes no sense. So, Mike, and the run game in general, where is it? But Denise, don't let me leave anything out. Fill those blanks in if you like, or amplify on some of the people that you thought really should start looking for another job.
Well, first, everybody need to better just step off my boy Kyle Shanahan, all right? Take a couple steps back.
Yeah, we're not firing him, though.
Because the stranger bodyguard is stepping in, all right? Like, that's my boy. Everybody better step off. Like, I'm sorry.
That's why she's TNT.
No one wants to. That's right, boy. You better step off my boy Kyle. You know what? Yes. Does Kyle look defeated? Well, let me ask any of you, all you armchair quarterbacks, all of us that know so much, how would you feel if this was your team? Literally, let's ask ourselves that question. How would you feel?
Frustrated.
So, Kyle, why did you call that play? So, Kyle, why are you playing this person? Kyle's probably like, who would you like me to play?
I
who
just
would
got
you
to say
like
that a
me
little
to
while
put
ago.
out on the field?
I said, Kyle's saying now, what am I supposed to do? This is all I've got to work with. They did it okay in practice, and between now and since practice, they forgot how to do it. I can't do any better. I feel sorry for him, actually. He looks really whipped in those press conferences.
You know what? He does. Ronbo, I'm sorry. That's why I'm like, everybody better just step off my boy Kyle. He's like, I'm about to go to blows with someone because, that man, he literally looks defeated. He was like, we need this bye week so bad. He was like, thank the heavens that we have a bye week.
Give him Debo back. Come on. Oh, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He has nothing to work with. I mean, and then Jermichael Hasty broke his collarbone. So Kyle's probably sitting on the sideline are you flipping kidding me right now? Really?
Mostert's still trying to get on
and
that
it's just funny to me. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Kyle even said in his presser, he's like, I I have never been so grateful for a bye week in my life. And Kyle literally said, he's like, I have never seen so many players. He goes, I've never been part of any team ever that's needed a bye week more than this team does right now.
He's so right.
And
Denise, watch, somebody's going to get hurt during the bye week.
Right?
I mean, that's just the way it's going on for
you
us
guys
this
need
year.
to think about it. Like, I will say I'm all for, like, seriously, Mike McGlitchy is what I call him. I don't even call him McGlinchy. I call him McGlitchy.
Glitch.
Because I swear to God, he, like, glitches and then someone, like, plows him down the field. And I'm like, really? Really? Seriously? This is the best you can do?
We're hurting Elliot's feelings. Elliot's a Notre Dame fan, and he can't believe that we're singling Michael out and picking on him. Elliot, Mike's messing up. Elliot wants to move him to left tackle.
Well, maybe that would help. I'm not arguing with Elliot. Maybe that would help. But, like, seriously, did you see that DB, like, literally put Mike on his ass? Like, like, threw him down the field.
Oh.
I was like, oh, my God. I'm like, really? I'm like, oh, God, help me. And so everyone, like, yes, we all need to take a deep breath. But you know what? Come on, man. Kyle is, like, and I agree with the other caller, too, that said Kyle's, like, putting people in different positions just to see what they can do. You know what I mean? Like, he's trying to mix it up a little bit and be like, hey, you know, can you handle this? Can you not handle this? Like, I mean, I hate to say it, but, like, I would do the same thing if I was Kyle. Like, what's he got to lose at this point? Like, right now. I mean, everyone can get pissed off and be like, oh, well, you know, we're going to make a run to the playoffs. Well, I got news for all you people. You better take off your delusional glasses and stop watching that delusional TV that you're watching, because if we don't get some healthy players back, we ain't making it to nobody's playoffs.
And we don't want to with no healthy players. I just wonder, are the 49ers going to finish 500 or above? If I
would like to at least.
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, if we get Debo
I would like to at least. Yeah. No, give Kyle, I agree with you. Give Kyle Debo, Ayuk. I heard you say you thought, I don't think George Kittle's coming back. I thought they said his was a season injury.
In the event that the 49ers, let's say the 49ers, for some reason, go on some bizarre winning streak all the way to week 16, and Kyle starts thinking, well, you know, these guys look like they're serious. I'm going to bring George off the IR to play 1 week, let him just get warmed up a little bit, get a few reps in, and we'll go in as a wild card, because we're actually in the wild card bunch. Yeah.
We are right now.
Yeah.
And I do see us winning a few more games, but I'm just saying, like, I'm sorry, Arizona, they scare the shit out of me.
And, well, you and me both. They scare me more than any other team in the league, actually. But
and Ronbo, they're getting hot right now. No, I'm just saying they're getting hot at the right time. They're getting hot right now.
They're hitting the peak just about the right time. Denise, we're going to go. Let me see you Wednesday. Great stuff as usual, Denise. All right.
All right, Ronbo. Good night, everyone. Good night, TNT. Love y'all. Have a good night.
As she says, leave Kyle alone. All right, Denise. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Hey, Jay.
What happened?
Jay, I always love when you come on Monday nights. I always love when you come on Monday nights, because, you know, we be beating players up on Monday night. And there's all kind of boys to beat up. But you know what, Jay? What's really funny is it does, and now that we brought it up, Kyle is sitting back saying, I don't know what y'all expect me to do. If I lose one more player, I'm going to go up and you ain't got to fire me. I'm going to quit. But, Jay, some of the people you didn't appreciate yesterday, if you want to sound off on them or anything else you want to talk about, go ahead.
I appreciate you, you know. Kidloff did a good job.
Oh, yeah.
Once, you know, he finally finished his plays.
Yes.
Other than that, you know, just another day at the office.
Hey, but you know what? Kidloff bouncing up off that dirt, making that play. I bet you, if Nick Bosa was watching that, Nick jumped up on that bad leg and probably almost re-injured it. Oh! I taught him that, you know, because he was working with Nick. He was working with Nick real hard at the beginning of the season, And the one thing he probably learned from Nick: don't ever give up on the play. And you just mentioned it too. You said he's finally starting to finish some plays. You know?
Oh yeah. Man, we'll be all right next year.
I want to see some good football this year. The 49ers cannot go into next year on a losing note. It tends to carry over. I want to see some better play. I want Richie James to come back to what Richie James looked like in Green Bay. Him, Ayuk, and Debo, oh my goodness. I mean, if they could just protect Nick Mullins long enough for him to throw the ball and not be scared, because I don't blame him. People coming back there at 100 miles an hour, Jay. Boy, you could get your neck broke for some whiplash the way they be hitting Nick. Boy, good Lord. But y'all can't protect him no better than that.
Yeah.
Nick's got to get rid of that ball, though, when he sees a blitz. But still, man.
Yeah. I mean, we keep talking about playoffs. Who's going to be our quarterback in the playoffs? Really?
You know what? I don't know if I want to go into the playoffs. A lot of people do. I just hope they stop short of going to the playoffs. I just want to see good football, solid football between here and the end of the season. I'm saying they don't need to go to the playoffs because they ain't going nowhere. They will become the Hawks. Yeah, the 49ers join the Hawks. Every year they play regular season football, go to the playoffs and be excused after one day. I don't need that. That's embarrassing.
We had that was good football on Sunday. They played good, played hard. Can't really complain with the talent that we got out there. We ain't got no running back.
I know.
You know what I mean? Everybody complaining about Jared McKinnon, but who else they got back there? You know what I mean? Ain't nobody else really back there. And Jimmy ain't. I don't know why y'all so in love with Jimmy, man. Jimmy ain't coming back to this team next year. Look, our salary cap is messed up.
Yeah.
It's either, we keep Jimmy and we let half the team go, or, we let Jimmy go and retain some of our Super Bowl talent,
Jay, who you go quarterback him with?
One of the rookies in the draft.
Jay, if you got a team that's got Super Bowl talent and the quarterback was part of one Super Bowl run, if you take that quarterback out of the equation and bring in especially a rookie, Jay, you do realize, of course, you ain't going nowhere.
That quarterback ain't do nothing. That quarterback ain't do nothing in the playoffs to get us to the Super Bowl. All he did was hike the ball and hand off to get us there. But he damn sure ain't win the game for us. Well, he ain't even play like Kaepernick played in the fourth quarter when he went to the Super Bowl. He showed out fourth quarter.
But the thing is, Jay, they seem to win with him. No matter what, they seem to win with him way more than they lose. So, you got to be careful with that kind of thing, because you look at Mullins out there, and they're getting their butt beat badly. It's just the way it is.
I understand, but half of these top 5, top 10 quarterbacks that go out in the draft, they go to a sorry team that got to rebuild around them. We ain't got to rebuild around them. We already got a solid foundation, a solid team.
But if you bring a new kid, he's in Kyle's offense, Jay?
We already got everything else.
He's going to learn it in the offseason and come in and run him to the Super Bowl? I don't see that. He might be okay. He might be good, but he don't know Ayuk. He don't know Debo. He don't know George. He's got to learn all that and build up that continuity and chemistry, and he can do that. I suppose it's possible, but I can't imagine that. I'd like to see one come in and maybe work behind Jimmy, and maybe by week 8 or 9, maybe let's get a look at him, see if he's got something going there. Can he run with these guys? But to bring him in fresh is, all right, kid, take the ball and let's go. You got all the talent you need around you. Let's go back to that Super Bowl. That's a rookie. That's a high responsibility to ask, ain't it? Jay? Oh, Jay didn't drive off the road. Jay! Oh, Jay. Oh, I see. Jay, Jay, get in the chat. Let me know you're okay. Well, okay. Anyway, hey, Cedric. Cedric, do our system like
Ronbo?
I hear
Ronbo.
Hey, Cedric. Go ahead, man.
What's going on, Romo?
Oh, man, we're just sitting there. It's Monday Night Raw. We used to, well, back in our losing days, we came up with Monday Night Raw in order to let people vent. But last year, we didn't need Monday Night Raw because we was beating people up all year long. So, this year, Monday Night Raw is back in traditional form as we're picking out names and players that actually contributed to that loss. And Cedric, your feeling on that?
Well, like I said, I wish I would have, I had just caught on to your show this year. I wish I would have caught on to your show last year, doing a lot more winning last year.
Oh, we was partying too.
But that game Sunday, it was just weird because it was like, the 49ers, they didn't have all the star players out there.
Right.
But it was still a game they could have won.
Yes. That's what's so aggravating. Y'all stop fooling around. Special teams, catch the ball. Richie. And then Trent Taylor. Trent, what are you doing? Call for the fair catch. That was catchable. What are you doing?
It was catch. He ain't have nobody around him.
No. Oh, man. That's it for Trent.
And the that roughing the passer penalty on Drew Brees. I don't know how you gonna hit a guy. He didn't land all his weight on him.
You could see him trying to pivot in the air. Yeah, he was trying to land on his side, and he got bumped. There's too much traffic in that area. It was just too cluttered up. He couldn't do any better. They should make that a judgment call. He didn't fall down flat on him anyway. Man,
I've seen worse hits than that.
Yeah, no flag.
No flag. But are we moving off of Jimmy G?
Most people are. I'm not. I think Jimmy G needs, first of all, to get over that high ankle sprain. And next, they've got to do something about that offensive line. I don't care what kind of quarterback you put back there. If you got guys teeing off 100 miles an hour coming through there, yeah, he can run out of there if he wants to, but you're not going to run Kyle Shanahan's offense running and ducking behind the offensive line trying to find people downfield. So, I want to fix that offensive line, let Jimmy heal up, and let him do what he did last year. I guess people call it a fluke, but I say, I don't know.
It's just hard to say that was a fluke.
13 times?
And he sat behind Tom Brady, so he had to get some of that knowledge of how to play quarterback.
Yeah.
It got to count for something.
Yeah, I agree.
To just say he's like a fluke type player.
Mm. And Cedric, I'm trying to find a quote. Remember what happened? Aaron Rodgers is supposed to be one of the greatest of all time, right? You see what we did to him last year? The 49ers made him look amateur. Why? Because his offensive line wasn't providing no protection, and we was just killing him. So it doesn't matter who you are. If you ain't got nobody to help protect you, you're going down. That's just the bottom line.
You're going down.
Yeah.
Pressure break pipe.
Tom Brady last week. I mean, the Saints teed off on him like they did Nick and had him getting up off the dirt all day. That's just the way it is.
And that's what another thing kind of funny. With Emmanuel Sanders and Michael Thomas, the 49ers pretty much, they wasn't even much in the game, really. They pretty much took him out of the game. But against Dante Adams, and they let him look like, all world and
Devontae.
Guy from Arizona. That guy from Arizona, what's his name? Receiver.
D Hopkins?
D Hop, yeah.
D Hop, yeah.
Make him look all world. So I don't get, how they can lock down a couple of star receivers, but other star receivers just show out on them.
Cedric, I tell you what's happening. The 49ers, it just took them this long. What is this, week 9? 10. It took Salah and company this long to figure out how to do. That secondary has been getting better and better at stopping things out there, and this week was just this was their climax. That was awesome. The front got a little better this week too. I mean, it was penetrating.
Yeah.
Breeze was under a lot of strain all game long.
Yeah,
and they haven't done that in a long
I was
time.
watching the game with you. And you was mentioning that the front line looked like they was actually putting some pressure on.
Yeah, they came to play. We got that new kid, Willis or something like that. He's making a little bit of a difference. Because all they needed was somebody to come off the edge with some kind of pressure. And all of a sudden, Kidloff came alive yesterday.
Did he get 2 sacks or what?
He had
was it 2 or 1?
1.5, they put it down, Dan. Also,
1.5?
Yeah, and also, Street woke up and damn near killed Breeze. Let's see what they look like going forward. Maybe that defense is ready to go now. They got it figured out. Let's see.
And about your playoff comment, do we want them to make it to the playoffs, or because it's kind of a head scratcher? Do we want them or not?
No, I really don't want. Well, let's talk about that Wednesday because we're out of time. But you know what? I don't want to see the 49ers in the playoffs this year. They're not ready for that. There ain't no point going in there and getting beat in the first round, especially as a wild card. That's embarrassing. Just let it wait. Get healthy.
I appreciate it, Robo. Good talking to you, man.
Same here, Cedric. Looking forward to hearing from you again soon. Wednesday, I'll be back, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah, man.
All right, bye. Hey, Rick. Yo, Rick.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, Rick. Come on in, man.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. No, all right, Ronbo. I'm going to get to it. Ronbo.
Yes.
Ronbo.
I'm listening.
Ronbo.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right.
Ronbo, I know, and we both talked about how we like Jimmy G. But at some point, Ronbo, I know you're trying to hold out for him. But look, if you've been a Niner fan, I've been a Niner fan since '88. So if
Rick,
I'm able to,
I hear what you say. I
know you're probably longer than me.
I just want to see him on a healthy feet, two healthy feet, and what he knows about that offense now. I want to see what he looks like. After that, I'll make my decision. But as far as judging him about this recent pass, I can't do it, bro. But go ahead.
I know, but the thing is, Ronbo, you have to look at it like this. It's not just that whatever. The thing is, right now, the amount of money we're paying him, even though it's not as much when compared to other things, the percentage is going to cost us against our cap. We have other players coming up, and the thing about it is, do we want to have another situation kind of like what Seattle has right now, where pretty much it's Russell Wilson and a trash defense? Because that's what we're about to have in a minute. Because in a minute we're gonna have to pay Fred Warner, and then Trent Williams if we decide to keep him, and then pretty soon Nick Bosa and things like that. It's better at this point
Jimmy's
to go. It's better.
His contract is
Jimmy can pay $27 million next year.
Yeah, no,
he was $27 million next year.
No, I'm just saying his contract doesn't last long enough for Nick Bosa.
No, but the thing is, Ronbo, it's statistically proven you win more before the quarterback gets their quote unquote real salary, pick up whatever the case. Because the thing about it is you got to put your defense in your offense.
Rick, just to cut to the chase. All right, you get rid of Jimmy G. Tell me what's next.
What's next? Then we start building. We start building our offensive line against. We talk about Mike McGlinchey. We're going to look into. Obviously, we're going to draft some quarterback. People saying Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Kyle Trask, one of those three. Looking our work on our secondary again, whatever the case may be. And so therefore, we have. Because the thing about it is, even if we stay with Jimmy G for one more year, then he's a free agent. So what we're going to do then? We'll be stuck with the same scenario again. So we're going to say, okay, now we're going to.
Rick, he's got 2 years left on his contract. All right, Rick, listen, it seems to me you're saying let's start the rebuild now.
No. It's not a rebuild, Ronbo. The math does not work. If we're paying him, he's going to be the highest paid player on our team right now. And most quarterbacks, but the quarterbacks who make the most money, which a lot of them do, they take up the highest percentage, and they're not winning. They're not winning. Think about it. Peyton Manning had the highest percentage, and he went to the Super Bowl, twice? He went to the Super Bowl twice with Indianapolis Colts. It wasn't only Tom Brady was the one that kept taking the discounts to build around him. But now in this day and age,
so you're still gonna have dead money. You're not gonna be able to just get rid of him like that anyway without any cost.
$2 million. It's $2 million.
Okay, here's
it's
the
$2 million. Ronbo.
That's true.
Ronbo.
You're right.
Ronbo.
I remember that. But listen, I just want to ask you this.
Ronbo, but the thing about
My question is, you got that rookie quarterback out there. He is now starting with a team that was Jimmy G's team. No matter what you say, that is the truth.
We don't have the same team.
We're
not the same team anymore, Ronbo.
Rick, you still
we're
got
not the same
Debo,
team.
You still got Ayuk. You got Kittle. These are all guys that have gotten used to Jimmy. Now, I know everybody thinks he can't play anymore because he's playing out there with a high ankle sprain, and they think that's the only Jimmy G they've ever seen. I'm just saying, you bring the rookie in, you're going to now give him the ball. Okay, go. Now, do you really think that rookie's going to be able to go out there and get that done? We don't know. I want to add one more thing to that. We don't even know, because a lot of rookie quarterbacks come in, and they're good, and a lot are really bad. You're going to run that risk on a team that Super Bowl window is still open, and you're going to run the risk because you say you have to. But I don't understand why you have to, because Jimmy's money is not something that they're concerned with. There's other players on the team. They're not having problems with that. Or they'll say would have done that. They would have restructured him or doing like what you're saying a long time ago.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna go with your scenario. So we keep Jimmy G for next year. Who do we have in our secondary? Only one person we have right now is Jimmy Ward. So we're gonna have to make a decision on Jason Verrett, Emmanuel Mosley, Richard Sherman. We're probably gonna let Keller Witherspoon go. We have other linemen. We're gonna have to make a decision on D Ford, of the offensive lineman Trent Williams. So the thing about it is, we're not. If Jimmy G, we got Jimmy G.
So the most disposable guy you're looking at is Jimmy, right? You can't go anywhere without a quarterback.
It's not that, Ronbo.
But you can't
I get it, but dude, it's not, Ronbo. We as a Niner fan, if you're able to live through Joe Montana getting traded to the Chiefs,
but look who you have.
Ronnie Lott, getting rid of Jerry. But we don't have a Steve Young. Nick Mullins makes Jimmy G look amazing. And the thing about it right now, in the NFC West right now.
Okay, Rick, before you go off on that tangent, because we're out of time, you've got Steve Young coming in behind Joe Montana. Who's coming in behind Jimmy if you get rid of him? There's no Steve Youngs.
We don't know, but as a team, Ronbo, just being no homer allowed right now, just in the NFC West, you have to say right now the top three quarterbacks is probably number one, Russell Wilson, number two would be Kyler Murray.
But
and
what does that have?
Say Jimmy G.
What does that have to do with the 49ers? Because the thing is, like I'm saying is, I hear everybody's argument about get rid of Jimmy, but what I don't want to see is Kittle, Debo, and Ayuk, who already been working with Jimmy, everybody knows the offense. Nobody wants to excuse Jimmy for having a hurt ankle. I get it. But if I see Jimmy come out there without a hurt ankle and he's doing the things he did before, that's where I am. Now, you want to replace him because of that. I get that too. But I want to see it.
He didn't play that good against Arizona. So
that was the beginning of the season.
He didn't play good in the two playoff games. He didn't play good in the Arizona game.
You know what I want to see?
He didn't play good in the Super Bowl.
Because everybody wants to get rid of him, and I'm wishing you guys luck. But what I ask is, bring a quarterback in, let him sit behind Jimmy, let him learn. Don't bring nobody in there, no kid out of the draft, and expect him to take a Super Bowl-ready team to the Super Bowl. It is scary to think about that. It's too big of a risk, and it's beyond the risk. Wait a minute, I just want to say it's beyond the risk of Jimmy G coming back. Way beyond.
Ronbo, if we're talking, like I'm saying, if we're talking about the Super Bowl team where everybody was there, just except Jimmy G, I can understand that. But the thing about it, we're no longer that team. We don't have a Emmanuel Sanders. We don't even know if we're going to keep Richard Sherman.
Okay.
Our secondary is different.
Rick, we're going to run out of time because we could go all night. Hey, look, you got Debo and Ayuk that are up and coming, and they could even be better than Sanders. Okay.
But the thing, just think of.
All right. Anyway, you got Mostert coming back. You could possibly have Kittle, and there's just so much potential in that team. Health is what killed the 49ers. Everybody's spotlighting Jimmy, but I think it was the health of this team that killed him. But Rick, we got to continue on Wednesday because we're out of time. How about that? Okay? And I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying my point of view versus yours. Right? All right. Ellis. Ellis. Hey, area code 510. Hello.
What's up, Ronbo?
Hey, what's your name?
Man, what's up, Ronbo? I've been listening to you for a long time, man. My name is Trigonometry.
Oh, I love it. Trig. Well, thanks, fam. Appreciate that. Trig, tonight.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Ronbo.
No, I was just saying, it's Monday night in trigonometry. If you've been watching for a while, you probably know. Monday nights when we vent on things that went wrong after a loss. And last year, we didn't lose very often, so we didn't really do this much. So this year, we've been doing this all year long. Trig, what bothered you about yesterday's game?
Man, what bothered me the most is over turnover. We can't win with turnover.
I know.
Where the hell is all them turnover coming from?
All right, special teams.
Turn the ball over.
Special teams, INTs. You can't make mistakes in the NFL, especially against a team like the Saints. You do lucky just to beat them. But if you're going to give them the ball on the 10 and 15-yard line, you're going to lose.
You can't win. Turnovers like that, you got to be on your A game.
They look good in the beginning, though,
I don't
didn't
know.
they? They look good in the first quarter. I thought they were serious.
They look legit.
God.
They look legit. But they need to go. But they need to stay legit for 4 quarters, not
know,
1
right?
quarter.
Yeah. If you can end the game at the first quarter, okay, game over. Okay, 49ers win it. But that's not the way it works. But we had the ball legit.
No.
I mean, Trick, we had the ball all the minutes of the first quarter. It was all Niners. We ball possession. We scored. We was doing it.
Rumble, how are you gonna have possession of ball control, out possession, ball control, the New Orleans Saints and still lose the fucking game?
Well, that
don't make no sense.
That's what happened. Second, third quarter, Nolans all of a sudden came rolling back on every mistake we made. And don't forget, Trick, that body slam and half a body slam that they called it Catavia Street, that was not a good call. And that turned the momentum there.
That was a good tackle.
15-yard penalty.
Hey, that's an NFL.
Yeah.
That was a good tackle. You don't like it, Drew Brees? Take your ass home.
And the ref didn't either. And so that's unnecessary roughness on a quarterback, 15 yards. Oh, you gotta be kidding. And Catavius was you could see he was trying to spin. He wasn't trying to go down on him anyway. And then the ref didn't, they should make that, they should make it a judgment call, Jake. If you can see the player obviously got bumped or something was out of his control, you cannot flag him. That ain't right.
I think that was a Vegas call.
I know, right? So they could cover that spread. I started thinking about that in the fourth quarter because there was a little less than 10 points ahead at one point, all the way into the second half. And all of a sudden, they just covered that spread way past it. And now Vegas, what you say?
I know.
Thank you, Saints. God.
And all of a sudden, we can't move the ball. We can't even get first down.
I mean, not even. Wasn't that strange?
And then every time we catch the ball, we get a first down. Oh, there's a flag.
Yep.
Holding. Blocking in the back.
And that's my favorite bad call. I blame the players, though. Brunskill, if you see a number and it ain't in the front, keep your hands off him. Because whatever you're going to do,
don't even touch the guy. Let it go.
Go. Oh, that was a good game.
It gets on my nerves, Ronbo.
No, it does. And these guys,
but I tell you what, though. I'm not mad at Jimmy G, but I tell you, Nick Mullins can't go. I put C.J. Beathard in the pocket. I let him shoot it because he'll take some hits. Unlike Nick, he folds up.
and you make a good point because C.J. does not get scared. You know when CJ first came, I thought CJ was into pain. He looked like he enjoyed it. CJ would get the bejesus knocked out of him, and he'd get right up, pull his clothes together. All right, give me the ball. And they'd hit him again.
Yeah.
And they still, Nick doesn't care.
He goes right back at it.
Yeah.
He don't care.
At least you couldn't tell
He
by
don't
his
care.
face.
At least he gives the players a chance to catch the ball.
He actually, that's a good point. Nick does not have
I
fear.
would go with C.J. Blessing.
CJ. Yeah. He doesn't have fear.
I don't care. Because, look, it's a win-win situation, lose-lose situation for us anyway.
Yeah.
But if you look at it on the bright side, NFC West, Rams, Cardinals, and Seahawks.
Yeah.
They're only 2 games ahead. So
Which
we're
is-
4-6. They're 6-3, which is not bad. After this bye week, we get reinforcement. We have a chance to close that gap on wild card. Because once we get into punch our cards into wild card, it's a 0-0. Let's go. We can shut them out. Or at least give ourselves a shot.
I don't know if I want them to go. But you know what? If they went to the playoffs and let's say they're all healthy and George Kittle's allowed to play, maybe Jimmy's back. And now, I don't know about the offensive line. That's the only thing. Maybe it's worthwhile going to playoffs. But otherwise, I kind of wish the 49ers would just end at the regular season and get healthy and start going to work on next season, you know? Otherwise, you go in there and maybe you luck out, get to the second round, get some more injuries. Somebody gets seriously hurt, and for no reason, because they're not going to beat the Chiefs this year with the team we got now. They're too banged up.
We won't beat the Chiefs.
Yeah, you got to have Nick.
We won't beat the Chiefs. If we fold right now, we probably get good draft picks.
Are we?
Zach Wilson looks pretty good at BYU.
Yeah, you know, if you're going to get a quarterback, get him. Go ahead and get him. Sit him down behind Jimmy for 1 year, and see what he looks like. Because Jimmy doesn't normally play a whole year anyway. If there's one knock that I agree on, is Jimmy G staying on the field. He does attract pain, you know. So go ahead.
Yeah, but that's a whole lot of 27
million.
Ronbo, that's 20+ million next year for Jimmy.
Yeah,
you think you really want to give Jimmy 20+ million?
The thing is, I don't think that the 49ers have probably got it figured out. You don't want to get rid of a quarterback that's going to actually make – he wins way more than he loses. That's the thing. And I know everybody gets the credit for winning besides him, but I still notice he's out there when they're winning. That has to count for something. So if it's a good luck or bad luck thing, I'd like to leave him out there one more year to see if we can keep that team healthy somehow. Like I say, I don't know what it is. When he's out there, they win most of the time. Let him do it and see what happens. And get that kid, Zach, or whoever, let him sit down and learn. And let's see what we get. Because we're going to have to get rid of some people next year anyway. We can't keep all of them. Not only Jimmy's salary, but there's a lot of guys, you know. So, but anyway,
Zach
we got to
Wilson
go,
look good. Ian Books look good. But I'm still going to root for my Niner, red and go, 365.
Hey, you got to do that, man.
All day long.
All right. Great to meet you.
All right, good talking to you, Ronbo.
All right, same here, fam. Have a good night.
Hey, fam, I'll catch you later.
Looking
Keep
forward.
it going. Hit that like.
Thanks, Trick. Night.
All right, late.
And forget about it. It's Niner Mike.
Ronbo.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, what the hell's going on, Ronbo?
It's Monday night, Mike. We
It's
unload.
Monday night. Hey, listen, it's Monday Night Raw, and I gotta say, I think I heard you have one of the most insane debates I think I've ever heard on your show right now. Not with the last caller, but with the one before that. It was pretty good. I gotta say, Ronbo, it was pretty friggin' good. But listen here. I gotta add a couple of things, Ronbo, and before I say what I'm gonna say, I don't want you to take it as anyone's trying to tag team or team up on you. All right?
No,
it's not like that.
I'm getting more than tag team. When it comes to Jimmy G, I got whole battalions jumping on me.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal, Ronbo. Listen.
Go ahead.
Here's the deal. It's not even about Jimmy G specific. All right?
It is, but it ain't. Now, look, here's the obvious. Do we win with Jimmy G? Yeah, we win with Jimmy G. Why? Because Jimmy G is the best quarterback we got out of all the other quarterbacks we got. I mean, if you started a whole season and you're throwing C.J. Beathard and you're throwing Nick Mullins is out there, all right, you're throwing Brian Hoyer's out there, all right, as soon as you get a Jimmy G, you're like, oh, hey, there's a guy that could throw to an open guy. You know, and everyone is all right with that for a while, except for the fact of this. We paid him $27 million, all right, and we're not getting that kind of production out of him, Ronbo. We're just not. We're not. I'm just thankful that we didn't give him a contract like the Vikings gave old Kirk McDirk out there. You know, they gave him the $84 million guaranteed. You know what I mean? And here's the thing, Ronbo.
And Jared Goff is getting paid a lot too.
You're right, exactly. And here's the thing, Ronbo. Kyle wants a quarterback. I want a quarterback. That's it. It's plain and simple. It's not a matter of Jimmy G is good as that. Listen, we have not seen a quarterback in San Francisco since Steve Young left. A true quarterback, Ronbo. You know it. I know you're a fan. You're a fan longer than me because you're older than me. I've been a fan since I was born, but that's all right. But you know in your heart what a real quarterback looks like. He's not a guy that could make a couple, 10, 15 completions in a game and maybe hit the occasional big route over the middle and this and that. No. A real quarterback is the guy that wins you the game. Throws the critical passes, makes the critical plays, calms the guys down. Quarterbacks are the guys that hit Emmanuel Sanders in stride on a 70-yard deep bomb to win the Super Bowl, Ronbo. That's what a quarterback does. Quarterbacks don't miss their number one receiving weapon, George Kittle, over the middle, not once, but twice in a critical Super Bowl game, Super Bowl situation. One of the times, George Kittle would still be running right now with his friggin' ring on. You know what I mean, Ronbo? And that's the thing. We haven't seen that. I want to see that, Ronbo. I want to see it again. I don't give a shit what anyone says, whether it's Jimmy G, this guy, that guy, doesn't matter. I want to see a real quarterback in the red and gold because it's been too friggin' long. And you know what? I know in my heart that Kyle Shanahan's offense has more than one friggin' 40-yard pass in it per game. I know that. You know that. And the same way that the defenders were laughing at Jimmy in the playoffs last year, telling him, oh, yeah, look, they're paying you $27 million to hand the ball up. And that's exactly what he did. And the reality is, you're right, Ronbo. If we keep the team healthy and we have all the team healthy, we don't need a Jimmy G back there. We need someone like a Jimmy G. We need someone that's mentally capable to run the offense. And guess what? We would still have another shot if everyone stayed healthy. But if we got ourselves a quarterback, Ronbo, a real quarterback, we wouldn't just be all right. We wouldn't just be good. We would be Super Bowl favorites
I know
with
where
the
you're
team
going.
that we got, Ronbo.
You've made that abundantly clear, but listen to me for a second. Please,
right.
everybody says this. They run Jimmy down to the dirt, but give me a name that you're bringing in.
A name?
Somebody that's available, because these kind of quarterbacks you're talking about don't grow on trees. And
You're absolutely right. This is my hope.
And a rookie coming out of the draft, that's a 50-50 shot. He may be, but he may not be. So that's what I'm saying.
You're
Who is this guy?
right. Not only that, Ronbo, it's not just a 50-50, all right? But if we got a quarterback out of the draft, you're looking at least 2 years before the kid's going to be solid, because that's what it took for Matt friggin' Ryan to learn Shanahan's offense, all right? Yeah. It's not like he's just going to jump in there and be great. Now, I know that.
And Ryan's a polished vet when Kyle met him.
This is what I would love. This is what I would love to see. I would love to see the Green Bay Packers fall flat on their face and say, you know what? Same thing situation. We got us a first-round quarterback that they drafted, right? Then they just drafted the kid in the first round the other year, right?
Yeah.
And they got him sitting there. Rodgers doesn't, he especially at this point in his career, he can't do it all. He needs a defense. Guess what we got, Ronbo? We got a defense. The one time in Aaron Rodgers' career that he had a top 10 defense, he won the Super Bowl. But he only had it one time. Why? Because the Green Bay Packers, they don't have the traditional formation up top with the owner, general manager. So they don't spend in free agency. They're not going to load up their defense to make it qualify. They've kept Aaron Rodgers happy.
Okay.
They've kept several weapons on offense, but they never loaded up the defense. And the 1 year that they gave him a defense, he won the Super Bowl. Now listen, even as crappy as our team is now because of all the injuries, we still boast the top 10 defense. Yeah. And I don't care what the Green Bay Packers want, except for, obviously, I would never give them someone like Kittle. I wouldn't give them a Debo, and I wouldn't give them Brandon Ayuk. But I don't care who else, and Fred Warner as well. Fred Warner and Nick Bosa got to stay on defense. Mike, but I don't give a shit if they package up everybody else. I'm going to go after this, Ronbo. They can package everyone up, and they can send them all over there with a diamond ring and a bag full of cash and say, here, take all these guys and give us Aaron Rodgers, and I promise you, we'll be just fine. That's my hope. That's my name. That's what I'm throwing out there. If we can make that happen somehow, bring the California kid back home, I guarantee you we'll win a couple of championships.
I've always said that's the only argument I'll listen to, because some of these names that people are talking about bringing in, lateral movements at best. And also, Aaron Rodgers is susceptible to an offensive line like this one. This is why I keep telling people, you can bring in Jesus Christ to play quarterback. If that offensive line continues to get breached like it does now, even Jesus is going down.
We're injured there too, Rombo. That's the problem, though. We're injured there too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But Mike, nobody offers Jimmy that break. It's Jimmy has to perform miracles, whether the offensive line saves him or not. He's got all his offense.
But Rombo, you gotta. But listen, you gotta go back to your point too when you're talking about the injuries, Rombo. Look, Jimmy G had almost a flawless team last year, and he didn't have to do much. He just had to hand the ball off most of the time. And when Kyle Shanahan drew up one of them plays that gets a guy a million miles open, you got to hit that guy.
He's going to do the same thing for any quarterback.
And that's what he did.
That's Shanahan offense. You can't get mad at Jimmy for that.
But here's no. That's not the Shanahan offense, because if that was, then Matt Ryan wouldn't have had a career year with Julio Jones under that same offense.
Matt had guys running wide open, but he did have Julio, and that's different.
Oh, yeah. Well, we have guys running wide open, too, when Jimmy misses them. Watch the Super Bowl film. You can see that.
I could have sworn he hit him most of the time last year, Mike.
The only thing is,
Mike, we got to go, though, fam.
Our offensive line, all right, I'm going to let you go, but listen
15 seconds, Mike, quick, because production's going to be a hard time.
Our offensive line is on, we got I believe 3, maybe 2. We got 3 or 2 third stringers out there, Rombo. I remember Grant Cohn saying that the Compton kid couldn't even block the blocking sled, for Christ's sakes, in training camp. That's who's out there protecting the right guard spot.
Mike,
so, anyway, I'm going to call you Wednesday, Rombo. We'll continue then. I love you, Rombo. Trust me when I tell you I mean
back
it 100%,
at you, man.
All right?
I know. Hey, we're cool. Everybody, we're going to argue this. I understand my ground, though. The Jimmy G attack's going to continue. I'm not budging. I still say got a raw deal, high ankle sprain, bad offensive line, missing weapons, and now all of a sudden nobody remembers anything he did last year. Mike just said he doesn't remember Jimmy doing anything special. Everybody says that. I do remember a few things. Something to do with that. But anyway, guys, we'll talk again Wednesday, Mike. All right. Night, fam. Sean, come on in, man.
What's up, buddy? How you feeling?
Sean, I'm all right, man. I've become Jimmy's attorney for some reason. I don't know how that happened, because I don't really like him that kind of way. I'm just trying to be fair about it. I think the guy's getting really a hard time over things that are almost completely out of his control. But Sean, go ahead.
Right. No, I hear you, but just real first, I need you to put your right hand in the air for me, Ronbo. Do that for me real quick. Put your right hand in the air.
Am I getting ready to do? I'm ready to solemnly swear.
Sorry, you doing it? Go ahead and do it. Put your right hand in the air. You doing it?
Now. It's up. Yeah.
Okay. Now shake it a little bit. Shake your hand a little bit. You doing it?
Yeah, I'm shaking that now. Yeah.
Shake it a little bit. Yeah. All right, now slap yourself, man. I can't believe you're talking about.
I forgot how that goes. I haven't had that happen to me in a long time. Wait, I might as well finish now. Bam! Oh, God.
Ronbo, look, I know times are tough, man, but I don't ever want to hear you say that you don't want us to go to the playoffs, no matter how bad the situation is. We need a little glimmer of hope. I heard you say it, unless we had all these guys healthy and all these things, then maybe. But if not, you want the season to end at the end of the season. Look, man, we're having a rough go. Even if we're in the hunt, and look, with us being in the hunt. And even if we still can make the wild card, which will it happen? Probably not, but I'm still hoping we do.
There's a good chance it does,
Sean. Glimmer of hope. Yeah, I know, but even with everything that we got, and we still make it to the wild card, that in itself is an achievement. And then once you get a glimmer of hope, and that door just has a little crack in it, all it takes is some hard work and a little bit of luck, man. Now, we haven't had a whole lot of luck this year, but we just need a glimmer of hope, man. And there's something about this team, no matter how bad they're getting beat, okay? These guys, no matter what, are fighting hard. They're fighting hard. Yeah. They're fighting hard. They're even fighting so hard that they're killing themselves, like the other last caller just said, the block in the back. Okay, even that's the boneheaded call, and I know you said that's your favorite bad call, which it is, okay, which will drive you nuts. Yeah. But that just shows like how hard that guy's really, even if it's a boneheaded mistake, that just goes to show that this guy's trying to get it to the end. Yeah. Next thing, I hear all these people talking about Mike McGlinchey. Okay, let's sit back a second. Okay, Mike McGlinchey is the best run blocker in the game as far as tackles go. There's nobody better. Coming into the Saints game, he has the best. I know there's a lot of guys out there that love PFF, but he has the best numbers when it comes to run blocking as a right tackle. There's nobody better than McGlinchey. Why do you think when it comes to our jet sweeps and all those types of things, they're running behind Mike McGlinchey?
That's true.
Yes. So you guys fall back off Mike McGlinchey a little bit, because how many times have we seen Mostert take it all the way to the house and
Mike leading the way? That's true.
Yeah. So get off McGlinchey, okay? I know he's not the guy the best to fight off, the pass rush and things like that. But our strength right now is the run game, and that's where we need him the most. Okay. And another thing that I want to say, I love me some Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan makes some bad calls, but when you start in a situation where you got absolutely nobody, you're gonna try and do everything that you possibly can. And the shit that he's calling, it's not great, but it shows me that he's at least trying to get creative. He's not throwing vanilla stuff like you do see in like you would normally see in preseason and things like that. Even though so he's still trying to mix it up a little bit. Are they stupid calls? Yes. Are they working? No. But at least he's trying to make something happen. Okay, he's not calling vanilla. So all these little things are showing me that these guys still have heart. They still want to fight. So just back off a little bit. Point. That's like showing up. That's like showing up to work and you're the only man on the job and you're expected to do everybody's job. And y'all got to chill out a little bit.
Yeah. It's so funny, Sean, because that's an excellent point, because I stopped short when people start talking about need to get rid of Kyle Shanahan. Whoa. You stepped over the line on that one, though. And also, he needs an OC. Whoa. That's the best OC in the league. Even though he makes a mistake now and then. But you ain't seen some bad OC in yet. So,
let me ask you, and I'm going to get off here. How good would you be without your production team, Ronbo?
Yeah,
on your show?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? You would be struggling too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to have that support. But hey, man, I know you got some callers on here. I'm going to jump off the phone. I can go on for days about the Saints game, but I know a lot of these guys they ran over on time. So I know you got to get these other guys in, man. So I know it shortens everybody else up. But I appreciate you, Ronbo.
I appreciate you, Sean. All right, fam. Looking forward to hearing from you again.
Yes,
and I know what you're doing these days. Be careful out there. All right.
All right, we'll do, man. All right.
Night, Sean.
All right.
We only get to hear from Sean so many times nowadays. He's really busy on the road. Hey, John is very.
Ronbo, what's cracking, brother?
John, man, I feel like Nick Mullins and Jimmy. I'm getting hit from my left side and right side. I
hear it, brother. I hear it, man. My God.
Jimmy. I just, wow. The dude. I mean, people are saying that Jimmy had nothing to do with last year's Super Bowl run. I think that's a little bit much. But,
Ronbo,
yeah.
Come on, brother. Listen, man. We gotta put your hand up, swivel it around, smack yourself. Put that shit aside. Listen, Ronbo, this is for real, dude. I mean, Jimmy threw for almost 4,000 yards. Who the hell threw the ball if Jimmy didn't throw it for 3,978 yards or 800, whatever it was? And he was like,
I want to bring that up every now and then, but the guys that are talking, they sound serious. If he wouldn't have had so many drops, he would have. He had how many drops, John? He would have thrown for 4,000 yards.
Oh my God, they were bouncing off everybody's hands.
But he didn't help, did he?
No, Ronbo, he tied fifth for touchdowns. Like, he tied somebody for 27 touchdowns. He was like third in percentages, completion percentages.
QBR? Yeah, he was
fourth,
right up there.
He was fourth in. I don't even know what the hell he was fourth in, but he was fourth in something. goddammit, and it
Jimmy
counts.
was up in a
so he
lot
was in
of
the top five
categories.
for everything.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ!
I don't understand.
I can't, Ronbo. I can't. You know, the numbers never lie, and that's what people truly argue. They argue stats. Stats are the definitive factor between running your goddamn mouth and knowing what the hell you're talking about. It's insane. It's truly insane. I've been listening to these guys all night long, and everybody has the door open, foot on Jimmy's ass, and out he goes. But they're not inviting anybody else in. You ever notice that? We don't have a goddamn clue.
And they're talking about bringing a rookie in on the draft. Oh, I don't know. That's kind of risky.
Sure.
What if he comes in and he's a bust? Now we're in deep trouble.
But you know what, Ronbo? There's going to be somebody to blame then. And it isn't going to be any of these fucking mouths that know better. The truth is this, okay? I feel like they think that Aaron Rodgers is coming in. They feel like Matt Ryan's coming in. They're talking about Matthew Stafford coming in. And, you know, it's funny because the faithful want all of these guys to come in. But there's been not a peep out there stating that any of these fellas are going to leave. I mean, why would Aaron Rodgers want to come behind a line that can't stand straight up?
And
why would he do that?
And that, John, along with, if we're worried about how much money Jimmy's getting paid, every last guy you just mentioned is getting paid way more than Jimmy. So now what?
Sure. Yep. Yeah. I mean, 20 million plus, each and every one of these guys.
Aaron just got raised.
Instead of thinking about
after Jimmy.
Yeah, he just had like 2 years ago, he was one of the highest paid quarterbacks.
Ryan,
come on, man.
Ryan broke the bank. Stafford, I'm not sure about. I don't know when he got paid.
I mean, you know, and do I even want a Matthew Stafford?
Well, that's the thing. These guys have had some great wide receiver groups, unlike Jimmy, who's had rookies and guys that are just coming up. But Stafford and Matty Ice and Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers got a pretty good. Well, Aaron had some bad luck, but look how he looked when he didn't have any receivers up to speed. He was 9-7 a couple of years ago. See, Jimmy doesn't get any breaks. If he's not perfect, he's inferior to every quarterback known to man, and I can't get with that. I don't know. I don't believe it.
I'm right there with you. I don't know, Ronbo. I mean, call me a fool, but I believe in the stats. I believe that it can be done.
That tells the story.
I mean, regardless of what Kyle wants, whatever Kyle wants doesn't mean Kyle's going to get it. I mean, at the end of the day, it still matters. There's numbers to be discussed here, you know? If you can get Jimmy G to restructure, so be it. But Jimmy Ward needs to consider restructuring.
Or
trade.
For a draft pick.
Yeah.
Because you know what? If Tavares Moore keeps coming on like he does, I would consider getting a kid out of the draft to play in the secondary. Because as long as I've got the guys out there now, Jimmy's probably the best safety. But I got Jared Maiden. I want to see what he looks like. You know, there's
Me
potentially,
too.
There's potentially you could actually cover it. But your quarterback is a very serious position. You can't have somebody coming there that's unfamiliar with Kyle Shanahan's offense, unfamiliar with the personnel. You haven't been out there. That Super Bowl window's still open. We're just injured, John.
Yep.
Let Jimmy come back on a healed-up ankle, fix that offensive line, and let's go. There's no need to start switching bodies.
I agree. These folks, they're so quick to turn, man. It's unbelievable. I get it. it hasn't been pretty. But nothing about this year has been pretty. So, I mean, let's chalk it up. Chalk it up, dude.
And if you want to grab a quarterback out of the draft, bring him in, let him sit down behind Jimmy and learn. And I'm not giving him the ball and say, go get him. He's not going to go get him.
Look at Nick Mullins, Rumbo. He looks petrified.
I know.
He looks terrified.
For 3 years.
Every time he's out there, standing on the sideline, he looks like a lost kid at the playground. He's looking for somebody. He can't find nobody.
He's
shell-shocked. Crybaby eyes.
John,
shell-shocked.
Those guys are taking hits like, they might as well be playing linebacker. Oh, it's rough out there. Or should I say running back? My God. They got to fix that offensive line. They'll do something about it. John, thanks,
really
John.
do,
I needed a warm body to help me out here. I was getting beat up. Thanks.
My man. My man, brother. I'm right there with you. I've been getting beat up every outlet I talk about it, man. It's okay. Anyway, my man, Ronbo, I appreciate you, brother.
Thanks, John.
Thank you for everything you do, man. I love you. I love the show.
Thanks, fam. I appreciate you. All right, John. See you Wednesday.
Oh, you know it, man. Right back at you. I'll see you.
Fam.
Good night, brother.
Night. And Ellis. Come on in, Ellis. Ellis? What is it? Ellis is such a great dad. Let's give Ellis a few more minutes. Maybe he's tied up. Jamal? I haven't talked to you.
Hey, Rob, how you doing, man?
Oh, I thought that was... Jamal, you got a speaker on. It's feedback. Jamel? Yeah, hello. Yeah, hey.
Hello.
No, it's still feedback. Jamel, you have to mute it. You have to mute it or else it's going to keep doing that.
Oh, hold on. Okay.
It's 1, 2, testing 1, 2. That did it. Jamel, come on in, man.
Yeah.
And it started out being Monday Night Raw, and go ahead and pick out the person you want to, or persons you want to talk about that made that loss happen. But it turned into Let's Get Jimmy Fest. Jamel, whatever thing you want to do, go ahead. I'm listening.
As a former offensive right tackle that played in high school, they always said the game is won where?
In the trenches. Jamel, something going on.
Messed up offensive line that couldn't block for nothing.
Jamel,
couldn't run, barely pass.
Jamel.
Nick Mullins was always on the run.
Jamel, are you using Bluetooth?
Nah.
Okay. You went in. Okay, I see. I can hear you clearly now. Okay, go ahead. Don't move. Well, go ahead, because you're making a great point about that offensive line.
The game is won in the trenches. So we had a messed up offensive line that banged up. And Nick Mullins on the run all night. Couldn't find nobody open, and that's where we lost the game last night. And we still only lost by 10 points.
And the thing is, you got 14 that Trent Taylor and Richie James can account for. What if they didn't do that? I tell you, that would have been a good game, and we could have won. Yes, it was in it.
Yeah, and we should have won.
Yes, because we had taken care of Michael Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders blowing and selling wolf cookies before the game. We had him less than 10 yards offense.
Right.
So, I'm telling you.
We sure did.
49ers was serious.
Yep.
Except for those 2 plays. Even with the ref doing what he did, with that play with Katavius Street, we still had a chance.
Yep. Well, this is the next game with this game, man. Keep on fighting. We just keep on fighting until we can't fight no more. So I still think we still got a chance, but if not, let's just heal up and get ready for next season. So
I know, be careful though, because Sean made me realize. No, I'm not saying that no more, Jamel. People, they want the 49ers to go to the playoffs because it shows that this was not just a wasted season. I understand that, and I feel like I stand corrected. Jamel, maybe that's true. If they can make the playoffs, all right, go ahead. You never know. Something crazy could happen. But I just wish we could go in there with at least 80% of the roster. We're not going to get Nick Bosa back. The defense look like they're starting to adjust. The defense looks pretty good right now, like you mentioned. But if George Kittle's not playing, I have to have George Kittle. I don't care if I got Debo, Ayuk, I got Jordan Reed, George Kittle. That is the fuel for the fire in this team. I gotta have him. If he can't play,
I know, man. He's the guy. He's the spark plug that gets the engine going.
Yeah, he keeps those guys fired up
on
too.
offense.
He's got multi-functions out there.
Yeah, yes, he does. He does on offense. He gets it fired up on offense, and it was when we had Quan before we traded him on defense.
He fired the defense up.
Sure, like I said, man, we keep on, but we keep fighting. We keep on fighting till we can't fight no more, and that's just it. So.
Hey, Jamal, while I got you here, though, Sherm will be back. Mosey and Jason look like they're a team, don't they?
They do.
They and Jamar Taylor, even though Kwan wasn't there, what happened to Michael Thomas? You know what? I don't know.
Right? Yeah. I didn't hear none of his. I didn't hear none of his name being called yesterday when I watched the game.
Breeze went out a little early, but still, you know, we was doing a good job out there. I can't wait to see what they look like after the break, especially the D.
Yep. I think we're gonna do good after. This is well needed
rest
bye week. Everybody healed up or whatever, and Carol gets some of the players back and healthy and ready to rock and roll against these lamb chops.
And you know it's gonna be funny, Jamel. If as bad as that offensive line is, if we handle Aaron Rodgers and company, they had Russell Wilson picking his butt up off the dirt 6 times yesterday.
Wow.
Russ, you ain't going to be cooking nothing today, buddy. Cold cuts. And ain't no mayonnaise. Dry bread, sandwiches. That's it.
Yep.
I love it. Oh, but can we do that again? Because Aaron Rodgers is still, Aaron Donald's still mad about last game. Boy, he's mad. You saw him in a press conference, right?
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'm scared.
I think we can do it again.
Jamel, Jamel, get some time Wednesday, man. Let me see you again Wednesday, okay? I'm looking for you.
I'll be there Wednesday.
All right, fam. Have a good night.
All right, fam. Yep.
Thanks, Jamel. Oh, man. A big win.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Oh, big win, man. It was Monday night. We chewing up people who messed up yesterday. And you know what's so funny, though, big win? When I look down the list of bad guys, because, you know, the good guys was Ayuk and Javon looked good out there. The secondary played some mad defense. And but then you look at the bad guys. You look at poor Nick Mullins. The special teams, everybody on it. You know, I kind of feel like, okay, maybe they did the best they could. I really wish the 2 fumbles would have been not happening. But, you know, anyway, Big Win, what are you thinking, though?
Well, I'll tell you, Ramon, them turnovers killed us in that game. Otherwise, the defense played good.
Yeah.
And everybody keep on hollering about Aaron Rodgers this. I don't see Aaron Rodgers. You put Aaron Rodgers behind the offensive line we got, they're going to kill him.
Yep.
Just like they're doing every other quarterback we got.
Yep.
Until they get McGlinchey off that right corner, and I don't care what nobody say, he might be a good run blocker, but we need him to block when they passing too, not just when they run it. You know what I'm saying? And when they passing is when he get them killed. I rewatched the game last night, man. McGlinchey's standing there. Now I know he's the right tackle. So he on that side. He's standing there blocking air. The guy just running around him, just tagging the quarterback. I'm like, come on, dude, when you gonna block somebody? You know, it's crazy, man. That dude is. I mean, you got to put your pads on somebody if you're not just standing there and looking. You know what I'm saying? That just don't make no sense to me. But now I was saying they talking about, you get a quarterback here. Could you imagine with the receivers and the tight ends that we got and Kaepernick as the quarterback, what we would be doing? Kaepernick took us to 3 Western Division championships with mediocre wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? But the wide receivers we got now, and Kittle, oh my God!
Yeah,
and with his running ability,
oh yeah, you got to, But the thing is, I'm wondering, at the last minute, Harbaugh was trying to teach Cap how to stay in the pocket because when they had finally started putting a spy on Cap. I don't think the spy was even used in the NFL until Cap came along because he was killing teams. He used to love to play the Packers.
Do you remember what we did to Aaron Rodgers when we went down there with Kaepernick in the snow?
That was brutal, wasn't it? But yeah,
you look at Rodgers, you know what I'm saying?
And also, remember what we did to Rodgers, talking about an offensive line. Aaron Rodgers needs an offensive line. If he gets,
yes, he do. You remember what we did to him last year?
Yes, we beat Aaron Rodgers' butt every time we seen him. So that is not. That's what I'm saying. You got to put some tires on your car before you can roll with it. I don't care if you got an engine in there that'll go 500 miles an hour. It's not going anywhere without the wheels. Those guys.
Yeah, that's like you got a car that's got first and second and third gear ain't working. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. I'm all for drafting a quarterback, but I ain't for getting rid of Jimmy G. Not yet. I hope he restructures because he actually ain't playing up to $27 million.
Oh, amen.
I hope he restructures.
He's getting hurt too often too. But the thing is, bring somebody in there and let them learn and train. Don't get a kid out of the draft and say, "All right, kid, you're the star this year. Get that ball here and give me here." We went to the Super Bowl a year before.
Yeah, they ought to see how that's working with San Diego, right?
Yeah, see, and people were talking about him.
And they got a good quarterback. That's a good quarterback. You know what I'm saying? But they're not winning nothing with him in there either, So
it takes a while. I'm trying to think the last time a quarterback came in as a rookie and took a team straight to the Super Bowl. Do you remember anything like that?
I can't remember a rookie taking a team to the Super Bowl, and I've been watching football for a long time.
You and me both. I do not remember a rookie coming in and just immediately going to the Super Bowl. Russell Wilson, all these guys got started early, but they didn't come in as rookies just tearing house up. And that's why when people ask to do that, I was like, now you're asking to start all over again. I don't want to start over. We still got weapons out there. Let them stay with the quarterback they've been with. Fix things.
If we get our defense back, and like I said, I wasn't too keen about when you said you don't want us to make. I want us to make the playoffs because anything can happen during the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We getting all our people back and then right at the right time, and everybody started playing together. Anything can happen in the playoffs.
That's true.
And we only been blew out one time this year or twice. You know what I'm saying?
And that was my team.
We can play with anybody if we got all our people.
I agree. So, I'll go to the playoffs. I changed my mind. I just got my mind changed a little while ago. I'm going to stop saying that.
I heard the guy tell you to raise your hand.
and Sean had me slap myself. But you know what? You got to be grateful if they make it to the playoffs. I have to agree. I'm just scared for them.
Yeah, you want the team to go to the play. Even if they lose, you still want them to get to the playoffs. You can say you got there. You know what I'm saying? But
otherwise, the season.
I don't ever want to see my team lose, but I don't ever want to see them not make the playoffs either.
Yeah, because otherwise, what was the point of playing the season, right? Yeah, I mean, you go all that way just to say goodnight on the week 17. It's not cool. Okay, I'm back with everybody else who wants to go to the playoffs. All right.
Okay, Ronbo.
Big win, fam. Hey, let's talk Wednesday, okay?
Okie dokie. We'll try to make it. I don't know if it's supposed to be snow on Wednesday, so I might not get a chance, but I'll try.
And big win, make it in that truck, trying to make a buck.
In this big truck, trying to get my buck, Ronbo. You know what it is.
Love it.
All right, Ronbo. We'll holler at you, man.
Looking forward.
Good evening. Appreciate you, brother.
You
All
too.
right.
Thanks, fam. Night.
All right.
And hey, Coach, come on in, Coach.
Hey, Ronbo. How are you doing?
Coach, I feel like a guy that's laying in the ICU after several bullet wounds. I've been shot
Yeah,
at.
well, the doctors just entered the room for you. Okay?
Poor Jimmy. I'm one of the few people. Well, there's been a few people that have been supportive, but poor Jimmy, man, he's getting. That's why he doesn't. You know, you heard about he doesn't answer back his text messages. Maybe John Lynch and George Kittle are saying bad things about him too.
Now I doubt that. Those guys all love him. His team, his locker room, they love him.
Yeah, I'm kidding. I know they like him.
Yeah. But this is what I'll say. I agree with you completely on Jimmy because, and I'll tell you, there's a couple things. One is his first full season. What does he do? He takes us to the Super Bowl. Okay. And the other caller, I think his name was John. I think he was mentioning the stats.
Yeah. And I never throw the stats out there because I think nobody wants to hear it. But we're talking about a quarterback that almost threw for 4,000 yards, and he didn't do anything? Because everybody said all he did was stand there and hand the ball off. Oh, that's an exaggeration.
And they ran the ball more than they threw it.
Yeah, it's not his fault.
What does that tell you about him, right? But when he passed, all you have to do is go back and look at that New Orleans game, and you know Jimmy's for real, okay? Yeah. You don't go 4 quarters with Drew Brees and outshoot him, scoring 40+ points and outshoot the guy. I think they tied with the same exact amount of yards in that game or something. It was crazy. But anyway,
but Jimmy stood there with him toe to toe is amazing. I didn't know he was capable of that. So
and then there's the plan. Okay, the plan is this is what the plan's going to be. Now take a look at the contracts right now and the quarterbacks. Jimmy is sitting in about the middle. Okay. At $27 million. So now he's making around the same as Stafford. Is Stafford worth $27 million?
I know, right?
Okay. Now, how about Jacoby Brissett? Jacoby Brissett worth $27 million?
Is he getting paid that? Is he getting paid that much?
$28 million.
Wow. I didn't even know about that.
How about Ryan Tannehill?
I love it. Keep giving me names,
Dak
Coach.
Prescott?
Good.
Dak Prescott? Yeah. Carson Wentz.
Worse than Jimmy when it comes to getting hurt.
Yes. Carson Wentz is considered a bust right now by all the prognosticators, okay? He's making more money. And the other guy I want to throw in the mix there is a guy by the name of Deshaun Watson. The running quarterback, the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. When's he been to the playoffs? One time? How many playoff wins does he have?
Yeah.
How many 13-win seasons does he have?
Yeah.
0. Okay. Now, enough said about that. Okay. Jimmy is on par. He's a middle of the round. He's a middle of the grade quarterback. He's a top 7, top 5 quarterback, and statistically in the NFL. So you can't make the point that he needs to go. It's just you can't do it. So what you got to do is this, okay? And I'll tell you what they're going to do. They're going to keep him. They may do some restructuring, or they may cut some fat out of the rest of the roster. Okay,
they got to do that anyway, Coach. They got too many guys to sign.
Exactly, yeah, and they're going to bring in a guy, and I don't think because of where we're going to be drafting, we're going to get a top-notch quarterback. Now, guys on the other podcast channels, they're all saying, "Oh, we got to get Trevor Lawrence, or we got to get this guy."
I'm so tired of hearing that.
And it's like, dude, we're not in the position to even get close to picking those guys, okay?
And we can't afford draft picks to trade up like they're going to be trading up for Trevor Lawrence. And these guys we're talking about, people are going to be trading up from round the 29th in the round, and they're going to be trading up and giving up everything they got to get to the top.
Yeah, to move up. And they're going to be passing us by because we got nothing to offer.
And we can't afford to give up all the first-round picks.
D Ford ain't gonna give us anything. Even if we do trade him, I mean, who's going to want him? I mean, somebody's going to have to be. He's going to have to show at some point. We got to get him on the field before the end of this year, and he's got to show that he's healthy. Now, if he does that, we got a chance of dealing him.
And like they pawned him off on us from Kansas City, exactly.
They knew what was going on. And then the last thing is, who are they going to bring in? And if they're not going to be able to draft a top-notch quarterback, who are they going to bring in? Well, they're going to do the next best thing. They're going to go get Sam Darnold. Okay. Sam Darnold has got all the tools. Got the arm. He can scramble. He's got a mind for the game. He's got a screwy coordinator right now that's messing him up. And now he's sitting on a bench. I think he hurt himself or something.
Yeah.
And look at Flacco in that offense. Oh my God, he stinks. He stinks worse than Darnold did running backwards. I mean, come on. So Darnold can sit for 2 years behind Jimmy and learn Kyle's offense.
And you're right. The Jets are going after, because they're going to get a top pick. They're the ones going after Lawrence. I think it's between them and another team.
Yeah, they're going to pick him. So Darnold's going to be expendable, and along with his coach Gase, I think Gase is going to be gone as well, and probably their GM as well. But yeah, I mean that's where it's going, and I think Darnold makes perfect sense for us. I mean, he could step in.
And you could be right. The 49ers might be looking at it because Darnold, if he's getting treated like he is now, then he's going to be grateful to come and play for the 49ers, not necessarily as a starter.
He's a USC guy too. He's from California. He went to college here in California, so yeah, it makes sense for us. Makes sense for him. It'll revitalize his career. Yeah, I know. I'm going to finish up real quick.
We got to wrap it up. Yeah.
Okay. You know, it's a lot of people, they're trying to say he's messed up or whatever, but he's not. Coaches don't mess up players. Okay. Systems do.
Yeah.
So
point there.
when he gets back in here, he's gonna have a good career. I fully have full confidence in that.
Yeah.
And lay off McGlinchey. McGlinchey is let me tell you something just real quick.
Yeah.
On the sacks we gave up, okay? All the games we lost are the games we've been getting sacked like crazy in, and it's because of one thing: the blitz. Where's the blitz coming from? It's coming from the open side, where the back is supposed to be doing the protection, not the tackle.
That's a good point. I got
so
honestly.
It's not all on McGlinchey. That's
and that's what happened yesterday. There was guys, they were coming, but everybody. That's true.
I ran an offense.
I just want to see Mike laying in the dirt anymore from a DB laying him out. That's boy, Mike, get up. Anyway,
that 22 put a foot in our ass, and most of the time him and Davis were beating McKinney.
Because let me see it Wednesday. Great points, and I love the names you brought up. So I'll have some ammunition next time people call in and start in on Jimmy. Guys, let's wait a minute. But anyway,
well, I took debate too. I took debate a little bit what Steve Young was saying. He thinks he's done in Kyle's offense, but I reevaluated and looked at the film, and I went back and I said, no. Last year he proved he's the guy.
He
may
not be as good as I think, but he's not as bad as some people think either. So
he's still a top 7 quarterback in the NFL right now.
All right, Coach.
So he's 15th in salary.
It's almost a bargain.
Yeah,
all right, Coach.
I'll take it.
We really got to go. I'll see you Wednesday.
Have a good night.
You too. Thanks, Coach.
All right,
bye.
Take
care.
And area code is 559. Hello.
Hello?
Yes. Who is this?
Hi, this is Pete.
Pete. Hi, Pete.
Yeah, how are you, Ronbo?
Pete, man, we're sitting here Monday Night Raw, and I ended up being a target tonight. Normally we pick out players and work them. Yeah, I'm getting worked, but I'm getting some support here all of a sudden. I'm loving it. I feel better. But Pete,
yeah. Keep going.
No, what do you got in mind tonight? We Jimmy Garoppolo's on the roast menu. You've also got Mike McGlinchey, who's getting a lot of defense now. I'm backing off, and also our special teams and some of the other things that went on yesterday. Also, it seems that I don't know how you feel, Pete. I will not say again that I don't want to go to the playoffs, as I've been putting my place on that too. But Pete, go ahead. What are you thinking?
Well, first off, watching the game, obviously we couldn't, convert some downs. Even though as soon as Breeze went out, it was a winnable game.
Yes.
That was a winnable game when Breeze got out.
In there. We were beating him up. But yes, definitely
We
after he
were.
left, Jameis Winston, oh my goodness, it was ready to be won. But go ahead.
Yeah, it was a winnable game, but obviously Kyle, and Nick, they made some dumb plays, terrible decisions, obviously picked off and stuff, and I don't trust Nick. For me, I don't trust him. But with Jimmy, hell, I'll give Jimmy all the praise and love I'll give the guy, because last season we saw what he did.
Yeah.
Sure, he had a top 5 defense. Running game was amazing.
Mm.
But he had some combined plays, and obviously with the Saints game, that's the kind of Jimmy we need and now to make
Pete,
it to
we
the
were one of
playoffs.
the best teams in third down conversion in the league last year. And that wasn't
You were.
always running for the third down. I don't understand where everybody's decided that Jimmy had nothing to do with last year's success. What? That's not right. So that's why I say, no, I'm not following this crowd. So that's my how at. But go ahead.
No, yeah, because was it Sunday when I was with my dad and brother, right? We kept talking about about Jimmy Garoppolo, Nick, and CJ. And it was like my dad and brother just totally forgot about last season and what Jimmy did for us with the comebacks. And it was like, dude, you can't forget about that. Like, you can't.
Yeah. Jimmy, he got a lot of hate for what happened in the Super Bowl. And after that, anything and everything he'd ever done all year, forget about it. He sucks. We want him out of here. Give us a real quarterback. He's never going to be forgiven for that until he goes back to the Super Bowl, if he can, with the 49ers and win it. Even then, he's not going to get full praise. There's still he just draws that kind of attention. If they're winning, it's everybody's fault. Everybody did it except Jimmy. If they're losing, it's all Jimmy's fault. That's just the way it's going to be for him with the large percentage of the 49er base. That's it.
Yeah,
Nothing
and
he can do.
you can't just do that. Like, quarterbacks need confidence in order to play well, but you can't just do that to our quarterback, especially if he's going to be our franchise, especially what he did last season and how he played, this season. Even though it wasn't well, it was still, decent.
It's been so. I admit.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to hear about his ankle. So I can't even say anything about that. So.
But first of all, yeah, we do need to fix our line. With Lynchy, I'll give him praise for last season, him and Joe, but shoot, as soon as Joe left, I felt like that was it. Like, as soon as Joe retired, I'm like, all right, we're gonna need some young guys for our own line. Some people are gonna need to step up for leadership, and obviously right now that's not looking like it.
I wonder if there's any truth. Elliott believes that McGlinchey's playing out of position, that he should be on the left side. I'd actually like to see McGlinchey play the left side. I want to see if he looks any different. There's a footwork difference from left to right, of course. But that's really, to a large degree, of a difference. If he was good at the left side, but I heard he wasn't ever fantastic. Well, Elliott says he was great at Notre Dame. But I heard he was never a great protector. You could always run behind Big Mike, like we're doing now. That's why Kyle went and got him, because of the run game.
Oh, man, the run game. Where do we start with that this season? Oh.
We can't keep
Obviously,
running back
the run
standing up.
We cannot. We cannot keep one healthy at all. I mean, Mostert, he ran over the Cardinals, and what was it, the Giants as well? He got injured.
Yeah.
Who was up at night? Coleman, he got injured. And what was the other name?
Jeffrey
number
Wilson
31.
Jr. Wilson Jr. had a great game.
Yeah.
He's out of here.
He had a great game against the Patriots. And on the third touchdown, he's out. And with Hasty, I'll be honest, when I saw Hasty with his little juke moves and the way he ran the ball with power and force, I thought maybe, okay, this guy could do some things.
Right.
And then he just gets injured.
I'd say if we start the season with 10 running backs, guarantee you, Pete, at the end of the season, we'll be down to 1 or 2. That's why the way Jack
we
McKinnon's
will.
running right now,
that's most likely.
He's probably afraid he's going to be next. Pete, we're out of time, though. Great to meet you. I'll be back Wednesday looking for you. All right.
Yeah, same here, man. Also, I also emailed you, but it was during when the Niners were going against the Rams.
Okay. That was a few weeks
I
back.
just want to say that.
Yeah, I've been trying to catch up on my email. I'm sorry, Pete, but I'll go down through and find it. All right. All right.
Yeah. Take care.
You too. Talk to you later. Oh, God. Oh, God. Thank you, Mr. Mahomeboy, for the contribution. All right. Oh, my God. Yeah, but, I'm not being told about the playoffs. I'm kind of thinking, okay, if they play hard enough to get there, they deserve to be in it, right? Clarence Molina, get to the tournament. Yeah, see, there it is. As soon as I said it, Clarence Molina says, get to the tournament and see what happens from there. Thanks, Clarence, for that contribution. I know. I feel like they're getting beat so bad. I want them to take a break and rest up and heal up. All right. Hey, Hayden.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hayden, I tell you, it's Monday night, and every now and then I see you take shots at players. This is your chance to be. It's legitimate on Monday nights to go wild on any players you think deserve a tongue lashing from yesterday. What are you thinking?
So Nick Mullins, of course, he does that one right to the defender interception every game.
You know what? It has become a routine.
Just get it, quarterback that doesn't throw an interception every game.
Well,
because
yeah, Russell Wilson's been having trouble for the last 3 games.
Oh yeah, and then my dad saw Eric Armstead, and Eric Armstead, of course, was really nice. Of course, he's really nice. And then my dad called me, and I said, "Hey, tell Eric Armstead to stop playing patty cake with the offensive line." And then my dad said, "Oh, Eric Armstead said, oh, you hurt my feelings." I'm like, "Are you serious?"
I can't believe your dad actually repeated. I can't believe your dad actually repeated what you said to Eric. I would have said something else. I would have said, "Hey, my kid Hayden, he really thinks a lot of you, and he says keep up the good work." There's no way I would have said, "Hey, Hayden wants to know if you can stop playing patty cake with the offensive line." Eric's a nice guy, though. All he said was you hurt his feelings. Hayden, you can't put your dad in that position. God.
And then Eric was with Javon and Witherspoon, and Witherspoon was rude, apparently.
Witherspoon?
Of course.
Well, your dad ran into Witherspoon?
Witherspoon, Javon, and Eric, they were all hanging out together.
Oh. What was Witherspoon? What did you say to Witherspoon? Hayden.
Don't go against Stephon Diggs.
Hayden, you're just a bad little guy, man. You can't talk to the guys like that in person. Well, what did Spoon say back?
He didn't say anything. He just put his head down.
Hey, we got to realize right now Spoon is a man under a lot of duress. Okay, because first of all, he's lost his starting job. He knows they tried to trade him. And, his whole world is crumbling. And there you go, saying things like, stay away from Stephon Diggs. Hayden, that's not nice.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, yeah, wait. What about the most underrated defensive tackle ever? Kerry freaking Hyder. Oh, my God. He sacked Jameis Winston 2 times in a row, play after play. Did you see that?
I did. And you know what? If
he chased down Alvin Kamara.
Save
a touchdown.
He actually takes up the slack that Ronnie Blair left. If we just had last year's defensive line.
Ronald Blair. I'm being honest with you, because Ronald Blair, he was good, but he couldn't get the sack.
Not like Kerry Hyder.
No, Kerry Hyder has like what?
He's got 6 or 7.
2 sacks less than Aaron Donald.
What?
He has like 2 sacks less than Aaron Donald.
Yeah. Hyder, did he get 2? Did he get 1.5 yesterday? That means he's around 6.5 sacks with a lot of games left. Hayden, he could have a 10-sack season.
I know, even better than Nick Bosa.
And we can't.
Assumption. But, no, I'm not saying he's better than Nick Bosa.
No.
Heck no.
No.
I'm
The thing
saying,
is, he's got production going on out there, and Eric Armstead doesn't. Now, Hayden, you got a speaker open. You need to shut that, mute that. But, yeah, he's efficient. And remember, Kasurik was trying to tell people about Corey Hyder. We didn't know.
No, and then, like, half the sacks Terry Hyder does, they would have made a whole website about for Nick Bosa.
I know. You know, though, Nick does a lot of things. Nick is a disruption. Teams have to game plan for Nick because he's going to do certain things.
Imagine Nick
that
on
can blow
one
up
side and then Kerry.
Yeah.
They better re-sign Kerry Hyder. They have to. And not a 1-year deal, like a 2-year deal.
Yeah.
Because I don't really like the 1-year deals.
Yeah.
Then they're like, well, if he, I mean, because look at Emmanuel Sanders.
Gone. Yeah. And then we always we're looking not to pay people. We pick that guy with a 1-year contract. Kendrick Bourne could be in trouble next year, actually. Did he sign a 1-year or 2-year?
Well, he played good against the Saints.
Yeah.
He played good against the Saints.
Hey,
and the Seahawks.
Yeah. Kendrick Bourne is like all of a sudden looking grizzly. Yeah. He's not dropping the ball.
He's not dropping the ball. See, yep, that's what everyone looks at him about, dropping those balls. And he stopped that one little drop in the game. Yeah. But you know what I noticed? Cable's been dropping some.
I know. I don't know what was going on with George, but that was more unusual than anything else. With George, he's going to snap out of it and get back to normal probably pretty soon. Hey, we're going to have to go. I'm going to see you Wednesday if you get a chance, okay?
See you, Ronbo.
All right. Night, Aiden.
Bye.
Oh, can you believe he had his dad ask Eric Armstead to stop playing patty cake with the offensive lineman? And ask Spoon about Stephon Diggs? Hey, you're just evil, aren't you? Hey, Darius.
Ronbo.
There he is. Come on in, man.
It's quick.
Go ahead.
Just real quick about Jimmy, and then I'm gonna talk about the players. Jimmy G last year was like top 5 in every like major statistical category, and people just mad at him. And it's understandable. He missed that throw on Emmanuel Sanders, and people are mad at him about that. But he was a really good quarterback last year, coming off an ACL, and he just I don't think we should trade him. I mean, we should just, if you want to draft a quarterback. Let him sit behind Jimmy for a year and then see what happens after that. That's just my thought on Jimmy. I don't think he's a bad quarterback. When he's healthy, he's a top 10 quarterback in my opinion. But on yesterday, the few players and Eric Armstead. Eric Armstead has 1.5 sacks this year. He's getting paid $16 million.
Kerry Hyder. How much is Kerry Hyder? Hey, we don't have a chat. I wonder how much Kerry Hyder is getting paid, because you know what? That would be interesting to compare salaries and production. But go ahead.
Yeah. Or I hope we do something with either we have to, fix his contract, or I don't know, find a trade. But the thing is, you're not going to get a first-round pick for him this year. You might have gotten one last year, but definitely not this year. He's 1.5 sacks and 9 quarterback hits.
And going to week 12.
I'm pretty sure Buckner had like 8 quarterback hits in one game alone. That's like as much as Armstead has in the entire season. I'm still very mad about that. And then another guy, I understand Mike is a very good run blocker. Best in the game, I don't know, but I think he's a top 5 run blocker. But there's just plays where I saw the safety, Chauncey, whatever his name is, Gardner Johnson or whatever. He put McGlinchey on his ass one play. That's the safety. You weigh, I don't know. Mike is what, 330? 330 or something?
He's somewhere in the threes.
Hey, that guy, that guy was just, he was beating Mike on every single blitz play. And I understand that's usually Jet's job to, meet up, but there was I remember this one play where Mike just got put on his ass, and that's just unacceptable. Mike made him look like some fucking Troy Polamalu, Red Reader type shit. Another player I'm mad, not a player actually. I'm mad at Kyle Shanahan. There's been a lot of games. Going back to the Eagles game, the Dolphins game, the Seahawks game, and now this game, where I don't know what he's calling. It's just you have to identify a weakness and you got to go for it. He hasn't done that this game. I don't know if he's purposely doing this. I'm not going to try to say he's purposely doing this. That's stupid, but I don't know what he's trying to get at. There's just times where you can just easily get a win and call the right play, and he just doesn't do that at times.
Darius, you know what, though? I wonder what they work on in practice. Does Kyle leave practice thinking they got it, I can call it? Because I think sometimes the execution, you remember that play they ran when they played the Wildcat? I don't know what happened to Mike McGlinchey.
The Seattle game?
Yeah. I don't know. Mike had a brain fart or something. Looking back on it, McGlinchey missed his assignment.
Yeah, McGlinchey's notorious for that. McGlinchey, McGlinchey's production has declined rapidly. I don't know. Maybe it's because of Joe, and that's probably why. I know him and Joe were pretty close, but I don't understand why you can decline that fast. It's not like
his age and how many years he's put in the league. Mike needs to take some responsibility and do his job. Joe, if you want to talk
because Mike's soft too. I remember this one interview, he was basically crying.
Or go over his house or something and hang out, but don't forget your job. God.
Right. Yeah, but I'm really happy with the way our defense played. I think our defense had a really good bounce back game. The scoreboard did not represent how good our defense played. All their points came off turnovers and muffed punts. Our defense played fantastic. They had. Let me check real quick. I know they had less yards than us.
Oh, we beat them in every
our
stat.
Defense played.
Offensively,
yeah. I mean, that's what we do every single week. We beat them in every stat, yet we still lose. It's just Niner special right there.
Time of possession in the first quarter, Darius. We had the ball the entire first quarter. That is textbook.
Oh yeah,
as to how you.
He was up 10-0. He was up 10-0. We had momentum because we got the field goal off the muffed punt, and then all of a sudden, we get a muffed punt. They scored. They hit a field goal, and then. No, sorry. It's a big kickoff return. They get a field goal, and then we go 3 and out. And then we get a muffed punt. And then it's the sack, right? They get the unnecessary roughness call, which is absolute bullshit.
Yeah.
And then they get a touchdown off that. Yeah. And then one play that I haven't gotten the chance to listen, but that one play, that 4th and 1 play. Yeah. Do you remember that 4th and 1 play?
And we ran a strange
play. It was just like
threw the ball.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
And they scored a touchdown off that.
That's always the way it goes. That's always the way it goes. We make a mistake, they score. Darius, let me see it Wednesday if you get a shot. All right?
All right, Ronbo, I'll catch you.
Looking forward. Night, Darius. And let's see if Ellis is ready. Ellis.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Ellis.
Family member. What's happening?
Oh, come on, man. I'm looking at Monday night, and it's Raw, and everybody's getting it off the chest tonight. Ellis, we did that a lot last night, too. But, these Monday nights are following losses. We haven't done that in a year. We used to do it all the time. That's how Monday Night Raw was invented. But, Ellis, we picked out names
3 in a row, too.
Yeah. We got names attached to the misery, if you want to do that. Or anything else, the other direction you want to go to. What are you thinking?
Let me get in this dolphin real quick, family.
Ellis has got some stuff. And now, as we like to do on Monday nights, let me holler at you. All right, Ellis, you're on, man. Go ahead.
Kyle Shanahan. Do you really want to make it to the playoffs this year? Because it's not really seeming like you're trying to do everything you can to assure that happens. Now, you've had some great players sitting on the bench this year, one of them being a Jeff Wilson Jr., who got hurt after his actual first start. And you've been keeping him on the bench and only using him when you absolutely have to, or using him when you're just trying to give another running back a breather or two. And every time he's got the damn ball, he's scored a touchdown, he's got a first down, or he's got a big play. One of the three. Now, you have lost another running back, and you had Austin Walter sitting on the practice squad. You gave him one opportunity to get a damn carry, and he ran for what was it, 35, 40 yards? I don't know, close to it, at least 25, 30 yards.
He never comes
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just feel like you're holding back our offense, fam. Now, as a man, I feel like when it's 4th and 2 or 4th and 1, it should be by default that you go for it. Okay? Because 2 yards is just 2 yards. And you have the ability, but you're scaring us. You're making it seem like, you know, like you're embarrassing us by making and calling these plays that are so pivotal and crucial, and you're pissing all over our potential right now. We need you to really carry this team, Kyle, because right now, Coach Saleh is not in question. He's been playing with a defense that is so depleted. It's equal to, if not just as depleted as our offense. And right now, he's out coaching you, Kyle. You need to meet him with the same intensity. We need you to pick it up right now. Not having all the players is not an excuse anymore, because we have too much talent for us to still be taking these shorts like this. Now, I'm done with the installment. I just wanted to get on Kyle real quick for family, but
I like that contrast between him and Salah. It's pretty interesting.
He's been getting outcoached. He's been getting outcoached. Look what Salah did to the Saints yesterday. Are you kidding me?
That was amazing.
I mean, let's give him his flowers. Because he's not going to be here this year, and it's a damn shame that the year that Coach Salah leaves, we're leaving on this kind of note. I mean, we might still have we have an opportunity. Matter of fact, we don't still or might. We have the opportunity to still get to the playoffs and actually do something. I'm not going to say go to the damn Super Bowl, but I'm not going to count us out of nothing. However, for him to leave on this note is not a good note. It's not on a high note. And when he says we have unfinished business, i.e. Coach Salah, this is not an unfinished business-like performance on the season. Just, you know, he's overthinking and he's not making the right calls. He gives Kyle Juszczyk one carry up the middle. He gives us a first down, and you never give him the damn ball again.
Yeah, I know. I really wish he'd use him more.
You need to reward this man. Do you know how much extra momentum that would give Kyle Juszczyk to know that Kyle actually wants to utilize him for more than just a damn blocker? And it doesn't matter if he's getting paid all that money. He wants the opportunity, though.
Yeah, he's actually said that.
He wants the opportunity, and he's not giving it to him. And you know, now he has to settle for Austin. Not settle. Now he has to resort to Austin Walter. So thank God, not that Jermichael Hasty gets injured, but that he's now going to get an opportunity, because we're going to have Raheem back, and we're only going to have Austin Walter, and he's probably going to have to call up. Well, he's not going to need to call up Hockett because we got, Juszczyk. But start incorporating.
He'll go with McKinnon.
And Jet. Damn it, I forgot about Jet. Yeah,
everybody does.
And he's got to stop giving Jet the ball so damn much. Put Jet on the kick return, or use Brandon. Now I heard somebody talking about they want to use maybe Brandon Ayuk. My only concern is I don't want Brandon to get injured.
Yeah.
But we do not need him getting injured on those special teams, fam, because then we'll be shit out of luck. Because if we lose Debo, then we are completely toast. We will officially not have a wide receiver of any kind. And but I'm not totally against it. Maybe not every special teams, every kickoff return or whatever, or punt return, but maybe a couple here and there. But don't let that be our main guy. Anyway, 2 muff punts and 1 big play. 2 muff punts in 1 big play on special teams. I mean, that's 3. It's 2-3 opportunities right there, just those alone, minus the damn interceptions that we gave the New Orleans Saints to come back and run the score up on us. Then on top of that, we had 2 interceptions and almost a third by Nick Mullins when he threw that pass to Brandon Ayuk and he was damn near triple covered.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Thank God the ball got batted down and he didn't catch the damn ball. I'm like, Nick, that was about to be 3. You know what I mean? He's kind of getting tunnel vision, fam. So I'm a little concerned about him. But for them to only score 27 points, Ronbo.
Yeah. And
for
they
them to only
scored
score
those,
27
and
points and give
14
them the
was
ball so much.
donated. Yes. So yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? We cannot allow this stuff to happen, fam. We got to do better, and at least thank God we have a break. You know, I heard Eric Armstead's he's on the COVID-19 list.
Yeah.
You know, he'll be fine. He has plenty of time, ample time to come back and play. But the defense played so damn well and didn't have any mistakes that they had. It was damn near invisible because of how well they sustained and fought back and got the ball back for the offense. Man, we cannot allow our defense to outshine our offense completely like this, and Kyle's got to step it up. And Drew Brees got a collapsed lung and fractured ribs from boy Contavious Streets. I'm not happy he did that to him, but you know what? That might open up the door, and the Saints might start losing some games, and they might damn near be in the hunt with us in a minute. You know what I'm saying? With Jameis
Ellis,
always throwing to pick Winston.
You're really rolling tonight, though. We got to pull up, fam. Let me see it Wednesday. All right.
Yeah, hey, it looked like Russell Wilson was crying the other day, man. They posted up on the camera. His eyes was looking red and glossy. He either hit the weed at halftime or he was in tears, B. And DK Metcalf had only 2 catches, and he was like 26 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, shout out to all you Seagulls over there. You know what I mean? Take those L's. Hold those L's, you know, and humble yourself.
All right,
peace and love, my family, Ronbo, and thank you for the platform as always. And shout out to the Niner faithful, and you know we'll be back on Wednesday.
Looking forward.
And to the next episode.
All right. Have a good night, fam. There's Ellis.
You too, champ.
With plenty. I love that comparison. I hadn't thought about that. Robert Saleh doesn't have a whole lot to work with either, but all of a sudden that defense, I want to see him do that again. It was amazing because you could also say, did the Saints have a bad day or something? Drew Brees did miss badly on that first shot to Michael Thomas, but Brees wasn't missing all day in that first half till Contavious tried to kill him. So, you know, you got to give the credit to the defense. They did a good job. Okay. Anyway, fam, hey, as I say, I'll see you Wednesday. But hey, that like, fam, I can't wait to see you Wednesday, see what develops next. Yeah.